Oh, that's breaking up.
Pop like he about to freestyle.
Yo, yo, yo. uh, we got Q on the track.
Check it.
Woo.
Yeah. Come on in the building. We got a real smooth for you. Real elevator smooth for you. Come on in the room. Yeah.
I remember in high school, dudes used to be in a circle, and a dude be like, "Yo, for about 2 minutes straight." You be like, "Bro, say something."
Oh,
here,
man,
here I go. Here I go.
What it do, what it ain't, man. Welcome to the Black Cat Panther podcast. Woo! JS, you talking about, let me find out Pop and a Naruto fan. Yes, sir.
I mean, I watch all of that, but I had to customize my own Black Cat Panther podcast hat. So you know what I'm saying? That's that BCP up there. You know what I mean? Had to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Go with the shirt, man. Y'all see it?
Yes, sir. I'm rocking mine on the end too.
Yeah. Throw your phones up. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Man, look at here, fellas. When I tell you, I think that this is going to be a really good one today, man. Oh, hamburger milkshake already on it. Hamburger milkshake is already on it. Brian Burns has been in the news, and the report is big as it gets, man. They're talking about when it's coming time to potentially pay this guy, he's going to cost us more in the area of Myles Garrett. Myles, I'm going to take the quarterback down, Garrett. Now, the question posed to us today, is this guy on the same level, or is he worth the pennies that Myles Garrett gets? How y'all boys feeling about that tonight, man? We got a lot of topics to cover, but we're going to start off right here.
Who's going to take it first? Woo! Batter. All right, so I'm going to go first, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to open up this can of worms. Man, Myles Garrett, huh? Well, let's see, man. This man is a monster, as we know, because we played him last year. Icky had to line up against him. And, I mean, you just got to look at what this man has done. Like, every year he's approved. From 2017 all the way up to 2022. I mean, he just went crazy. 7 sacks, 13.5, 10.0, 12 sacks, 16. Like, that type of, like, production, like, that's why he's getting paid $20 million a year. So I think on the lines of should we pay Burns $20 million a year? Absolutely not. But I am willing to give him a decent amount of money. I think he's somewhere around the 17, 18 range. And that's where I would go with it. I think he wants to be here. We have not done right by him by getting him a counter partner for longevity. But no, I'm not paying this man $20.65 million, $65 million a year. And that's just where I'm at. Y'all let me know what y'all talking about.
Okay, I got you, Pop. So I'm gonna put this in full perspective. Myles Garrett right now is on a contract of 5 years, $125 million. And we believe that the average yearly salary for him is $25 million a year after getting his bonus and everything that he gets. This guy was guaranteed $43 million up front. That was guaranteed at signing. So without further ado, in 2023, which was the first year of his contract year, he got $17 million. Signing bonus after that was like $4 million, a little over $4 million. Next year, he's set to get $20 million. Signing bonuses, $4 million after that. Now going forward, it's going to be just like that going forward. So the question is, Myles Garrett, who is the big dog when it comes to pass rushing, do we believe that Brian Burns is worth the $20 million a year with the $5 or the $4 million signing bonus? Because you know they're gonna push his number up a little bit. This guy has made a Pro Bowl. He made 2 consistent ones back to back. So what they're going to look at is his sack numbers, what he has gotten, and basically who's in the same category of him. I believe, and this is just me honestly speaking, I believe the nigga is worth every penny plus more. Good pass rushers don't grow on trees, and if you got one, you keep him. You make sure that you mold him. Is he worth Myles Garrett money? Hell yeah. Because we know in the right system, in the right positioning, this boy right here is going to get double digits plus on the sacks. And that's all you can ask for a guy like this of his caliber. So go, what you think, brother?
You are absolutely right, Q. Pop, Agent 704, Supernova. Y'all wrong as hell. Y'all wrong as hell. He can get every dime and more if he need to. Hey, check this out. Myles Garrett look up the Bosa boys for me,
All right.
if you don't mind. Because I think they make it even more, if I'm not mistaken. But this is the thing. Brian Burns had a Son Reddick year before last. And with a running mate on the opposite side, even with Derek Brown and Ioannidis, together, they chalked up some numbers. By himself last year, he got double digits. They making more, ain't they?
$27 million a year.
27
He
million.
signed
So
a
that's what
5-year,
I thought it was. Yeah.
135. 5-year, 135.
Mm-hmm. See, Myles Garrett ain't even the highest paid. See, y'all, and then Brian Burns and Myles Garrett ain't even got the same game. That ain't even the same game. Myles Garrett is off the chart.
So what?
Flexibility, power, speed, the whole nine. Myles Garrett,
You proving my point.
Myles Garrett is a balanced breakfast. You understand what I'm saying? He just grits, eggs, bacon, another meat. You know what I'm saying? That nigga's a balanced breakfast over there. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is Brian Burns is 1-2. I know it ain't. Brian Burns is 1-2 in his own league. Myles can't bend like Brian can. You see what I'm saying? They 2 different games, but they at the top of both of their different games. You understand? You understand where I'm coming from, Q?
Yeah.
I hear that part.
Get him, Pat.
If you put in,
Get him, Pat, because we about to break this down.
If Myles was in category A, and there's a category B and C, and all of them is top categories, they at the top of both of those categories, is what I'm saying. You can't compare their game because both of their games is different. Is he up there with the elite? Yes, he is. Because he's 25 years old. He ain't showed y'all nothing, but he's getting better every year.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting better every year, y'all.
And so, hold on. But so did Myles Garrett. Myles got better every year. And even though, no, man, Brian Burns is turkey bacon with avocado spread on some wheat bread. Cut it out. He is not a full breakfast. He light. He light, my boy. Yeah, yeah. He
no,
can
he done
bend.
No.
Well,
He done
Ben
gained
Ben
weight.
does double digit sacks every year.
Hey,
If
hey,
you the
look,
man, you the man.
look. You look at him, and you can even look at Bono. Bono done got up with him, and these boys, they ain't gonna be no big buff nigga like Garrett. You know what I'm saying? They're surprisingly wiry dudes that's strong as hell. And they get up under your pads and shit, and they can bull rush. That's their strong move. And these boys bend and got speed. Garrett can bull rush you, push you out the way because he's just strong as an ox. You know what I'm saying?
You
And
prove my
he's got
point.
speed. But those boys are faster than he is. So they two different motherfuckers. They two,
listen.
you know what I'm saying? They two
Go. I'm
ends
not saying that Burns is not an alpha male. He is an alpha male.
Yeah.
But you got different types of alpha males. And if you're gonna sit here and compare him to the best, right? Right?
Okay.
You got to see what else you got, because this is another thing I don't like. A lot of people get paid, and then what happened to them? They fall off, right?
Sometimes, yeah, you're right.
That's depending on who
I
this
feel like
type
you paying for
Brian
potential.
Burns and that type of Brian Burns.
There you
knows
go.
what-
We're paying
No.
for what we
How
think
you
he
paying
can
for
do.
potential? Pat, how you paying for potential?
Here we go.
He's only had one double digit sack year.
But,
I mean, he's still growing though. He 24 going on 25.
And that's true. That's true. That's why I say it's potential.
Bryce
We ain't
Young
paying
still
him at his
growing.
top form.
So hold. Okay, so
We
you
ain't
got a
paying him
man
at
on
his
a
top
rookie
form.
deal. You on a rookie deal. Okay, 4 years done come. Now you got to pay me on my 5th year or whatever. And we put the option in. We done rolled the option out. You understand what I'm saying? So ain't it time to pay the piper? Is it not time to pay the piper?
18 million is
Nah,
my
the Piper
price.
ain't did what he supposed to do. Piper ain't even reached 100% yet. Piper at about 80%.
No,
He
man.
about 80% of his potential right now.
Y'all not speaking with the light.
18 million.
Okay.
I'm like,
all right.
Pop.
Okay.
I'm not paying this man
Okay.
21.
Why 18 but not 22 or 21, Pop? Why?
No. Hold on.
Because if you're gonna compare the best, right? And you're gonna say is Brian Burns the best?
He top 5.
Hold up.
He top 5, right? So how can number 5 get paid the same amount as number 1?
Get rid of him then, Pop. Get rid of him.
How many teams we
No,
got, Pop?
I ain't talking about
32
getting rid of him.
teams.
I'm not falling to that trap, Go. I'm not falling
I
to that
ain't falling
trap.
for that trap. You can
y'all don't
keep
wanna
him and
pay
not pay him.
Y'all don't want to pay him. No, you're not. No, you're not gonna keep
You
him
can
not
keep
paying.
him without paying top dollar.
18.5.
This what the man wants.
What he want?
You're not gonna give
I ain't
him
heard
what
him say
you
that.
give him. You're not gonna give him what you want to give him.
18.5. What's wrong with 18.5?
What you heard?
If 22 is
The
listen,
man gonna want what the market say he's worth.
and what it say he worth? What it say he worth? 22? It is not saying he top 5. He 22.
Why they said he wants Miles Garrett?
He want Miles Garrett money, and Miles
I tell you
Garrett's
what,
already getting 25.
He better do some. If he get that money, he mess around gonna have no help over there.
You're right.
But that's why you got all this young talent in the building. This young talent to make up.
There you go, Pat. Say it.
Who?
Fuck around, don't pay him. Don't pay him. Let him walk. Let him walk, man. Let him walk.
Hey. BCP family, put the number of how much you think Brian Burns should get paid if you was the GM. Put the number in there.
So y'all don't believe that Brian Burns y'all don't believe he's not worth $25 million a year.
The highest I'm going to 20. The highest I'm going to 20. I'm not going 25 because you wilding.
I'm in this discussion right now. Let him walk, and then y'all go into the season with YGM.
Oh,
Mari Bono. What the other nigga name?
Marquise Haynes. Marquise Haynes.
Jay Johnson.
Let him walk. Go.
The chat say 20 million. J issue. Agent say 17. C say 21.
See, you about right there, CJ. See, 21.
That's why I said 20. 20 is where I'm going. But 25?
You said the highest you go is 21.
Okay,
Is 20.
okay. I moved up a little bit more just because if he had 25, but Miles Garrett 25, they got to separate the number one
I
from number
can't.
5.
I just can't see it.
So let me holler at you for a second,
Let him
man.
walk.
It's 32 teams in the NFL, right?
Facts.
Okay, so out of 32 teams, if you got one guy that could be look as potentially the best at their position, and you got another guy that's for our team, he's the best on our team at this position,
Why
and you got
not?
to look at it. He's
Compared
the
to what?
best.
Compared to what?
But think about it. Hold up, Pat. He is the best in the NFC every year. He's making the Pro Bowls out there, bro. I mean, he was 3rd, 4th in sacks last year.
So we got
It don't
7.5,
get-
9, 9, and 12.5.
Yeah, I saw his.
7.5, 9, 9, and 12.5.
Give me 15 this year. Give 15, 16 this year, then maybe.
15, 16. You ain't getting no goddamn Brian Burns for no 15, 16. I'll tell you that now.
I'm talking
No,
about
he
sacks.
said 15, 16 sacks. Yeah.
Oh, 15, 16 sacks.
7.5, 9, and 12.5. That's what his numbers are.
And then-
Miles Garrett
That's what
is
that-
10, 16, 16, 16, 16. God
Okay.
damn.
You can't look at, but see, look at Pop. You got to look at the two niggas in the middle that are playing side Miles. He had Clowney on the other side. He had, you know what I'm saying? Why do we compare what we had on defensive line?
But Miles get them even when he by himself, man.
No, he don't. No, he don't. No, he
So
don't.
now he a one-man
Never
wrecking
been-
crew.
He ain't been by himself.
They
Miles
don't talk
Garrett
about
can't
nobody
handle
else on the
it by
team.
No, he don't.
They don't talk about nobody else on that D line but him.
You
Hell,
can't even
nobody-
name nobody else on that goddamn D-line other than
Thank
Clowney.
Then you got to look at the hurries Brian Burns get. You got to look at
Okay, go.
You got to look at all that shit. Man.
Okay,
You gotta
go.
put
I got,
everybody together.
I got something for you then. Since we go here with it, and you know, we like to talk money around here.
Yeah.
Contracts,
Pull up.
who's up, who you can keep. Okay, well you gonna go. We're gonna get Brian Burns. You might well say buy the dead Brown too.
No, you got enough
What you
money to
mean?
pay both of them. You got the money
Yeah.
to pay both of them.
No, not
Derek
paying him
Brown-
25 million.
Derek
They
Brown
set
hasn't
aside-
made a Pro Bowl, so
Yeah.
Derek Brown is still a little more reachable than Brian
Exactly.
Burns is going to be.
Exactly.
It's
They
hard.
set
Hold on,
aside-
bro. It's hard for Derek Brown to hit a Pro Bowl when he double team majority of the time. That's hard for his
That's
position.
his job.
Yeah, but
I
Derek
get
Brown already getting 17 million a year, whether you realize it or not. He getting that shit right now.
Exactly. All the thing you got to do is the contract and spread that 17 or probably 18 that he gonna.
Oh, he
get
gonna go 1 million.
contract for the 4 years. No, I'm
Hell
talking about
no.
when you sign the 4-year contract, whatever the 4-year contract gonna be. But they got the money to sign both of them because they said so. They had already done seen that when they said they were gonna make them the cornerstone of the franchise.
So go. Give me your number.
Huh?
Give me your number.
It's gonna be anywhere from 20 to 25.
Y'all
That's
stuck on
what-
that 25, huh?
I
That's
think
why he
25 is
get-
going to be realistic because if Miles Garrett is getting a base pay salary of 20 and then he getting 5 million in bonuses, you got to expect that Brian Burns could start off at about 18 and get about 7 million in bonuses because like I said, you look
Okay, I'm
at
cool
it
with that.
But you got to look at it from the market that we in, how much he's going to be getting. You gotta also understand he got to make his money up on the back end with the bonuses. So I mean, they're gonna do all that they could to give this man a chance to get his money, bruh.
If you put it like that, if it's 18 million guaranteed a year, and that 7 million in bonuses that he got to hit, just so that way it'll keep him pushing. Cool, I'm cool with that.
But
But
if
just-
you add it all the way up, it's the same thing as 25, Pop.
But the 7 million ain't guaranteed. Is bonus if you hit certain targets. For
Yeah.
instance, you hit Pro Bowl, you get double-digit sacks. You get an interception. How many fumbles you cause? You weigh in at the right weight. You know what I'm saying? You came into camp healthy, no injuries, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? If those things come into the play, then I'm cool with that. But to say we start at 25 million guaranteed a year, no. I'm not doing that.
Well, you can and you will if you want to keep this pass rush together. So, I don't know if you ain't getting it right now, but
I get it.
your ass ain't got no better options.
I mean, don't get Pop and say me and Pop. We love him there. I keep him. But I just don't see when you brought up Myles Garrett, I think that will throw it all off with that.
I mean, cause that's the cream of the crop.
Yeah, so it's like we trying to pay him.
And Pat, what you just say? Potential, right? We paying off potential.
Yeah.
Man, that's the same thing we did with our quarterback.
Hoping
Drafted off potential.
Oh, okay. Look, man, I'm telling you right now, you got to understand that when it comes to these guys getting their money, they're going to give him their money, and they're going to give him more. And I'm willing to say that they're going to probably raise the stakes and get this nigga more than $25 million. Because with the incentives, if he make another Pro Bowl, you got a perennial Pro Bowler right here, bro. Perennial. This nigga will be representing the NFC again. You got a guy that can come out. You got your Julius Peppers of this era right here on the team. I hope y'all know that.
Yep, exactly. Because that's what I just said. Don't pay him, let him walk. Then what you got? Though?
Pat, did you hear that? No, I just didn't hear what I just thought I heard, man.
Yeah. You did.
He said of this era. He didn't say he is Pep or whatever. He said of this era.
Yeah.
I mean, if y'all look, he's like the what on the Carolina Panthers list. Not top 5. I think he's like number 6 sack leaders.
Yeah, and look how young he is.
That's with Julius Peppers, Charles Johnson. I think he already passed Greg Hardy.
What?
At 24 going to 25. Sacks. Huh?
He only got like 38 sacks.
Who that?
Burns. He only got like.
I think Julius Pepper got 9.
7, 9, 9, and 12.
If you look at all-time sack leaders of the list, Carolina Panthers. I think he like number 6 or he's somewhere in there, almost breaking the top 5, somewhere in there.
This boy Carter talking about he getting stronger and stronger too. How you know? You ain't sitting at this man
97
dinner table.
I see the nigga work out. Look at his body, Pop. The whole damn time.
Yo, I'm tired of y'all, man.
The nigga gained weight. He was like 240 something when he came in. He stays between 255 and 258. Yeah.
Crowley big as hell. Crowley don't get that money.
Yeah.
I'm 38 sacks.
Yeah, 38 sacks.
Look at everybody who's right here. You got Charles Johnson at 67. You got Mike Rucker at 55. Mario Addison at 55. Kevin Green, the legend, at 41.5. Brian Burns is at 38. This man is already at a young age in the top 6 of sacks all time for the Panthers.
Y'all don't
That's
believe
just
me?
for the Panthers. Them other guys that had sacks everywhere else.
Oh my God!
You got to compare them. You compare
I'm
them.
saying, how many years was these people at the Carolina?
It don't fucking matter. Pat.
Yeah, it do. How long with Johnson? How long with Johnson here?
Y'all acting like these people been here 10 years and now he beating them already. Like, no.
The boy only been that, but you making a better case for Brian Burns. He only been here 4 years.
I said y'all saying it is if those people been there 10 years.
Charles Johnson.
Julius Peppers did a decade.
His whole career.
But we see his number. I'm talking about the people he above over there. I ain't talking about Peppers. I know he ain't seen Peppers.
Okay, so so on this list right here, which I ain't make this shit up. This is the Panthers all-time sack lead. Mario Anderson is above him. Mario Anderson, Mike Rucker above him. Kevin Green above him by 3 full sacks right there. Everybody else, Hardy was on the team for 3 fucking years because of his attitude. Kawan Short. Yeah, 4. In his 4th year, he got put off the team after his 4th year.
When he was getting ready to go into a contract, that's when he got put off the team.
Yeah, I mean, I know Hardy would have had more than that, but
KK Short. Look at KK Short right there beside Hardy at 32.5. KK Short did what, 6 years, 7 years?
Yeah, and just had got an extension before he hurt his shoulder.
He wasn't no top dog. He was
Thomas
good, though.
Davis,
Huh?
your
Hold up.
outside
He was
linebacker.
good. Hey, go!
Hey.
I said he was
Hey.
good. He wasn't. He came short was not the top dog when he was there. Now,
This
but he
nigga
was
said
good.
KK Short was not the top
You said
dog. when he-
KK what? KK was a
What?
perennial Pro Bowler.
Hey,
What are you
y'all
saying,
act like
man?
I say he wasn't
Hey.
good, but he wasn't the top.
Oh, the
The man
disrespect
was
you got for
good.
KK Short right now is off the
Y'all
charts.
being
I
ass.
ain't got
Off the
I ain't got nothing to
charts.
say about KK. I ain't jumping in that.
Short was not only
KK Short.
top
He was
dog
good.
on the
He was
team,
good.
he was one of the top tackles in the league, man. What are you talking about?
Where you get this one from,
Okay,
Pat?
okay, go. Okay, both of y'all. I like the dude. He was good, but compared to y'all ain't gonna even go there. Just keep going. Cause y'all over exaggerating today. Hey, keep
How
on.
we over exaggerating? You said that shit. I ain't said it.
I liked him. I like the nigga. I ain't say he was
This the
ass.
thing.
Y'all ain't like I
This
say
the
he was
thing,
ass.
Yeah,
You
but
can
you
show
act
me
like
a
he
nigga.
ass. That nigga is nice.
Hey,
Y'all
you
act like
can
I
show
say he
these
was
niggas
ass.
numbers and they still won't believe you. You can show. Look at the nigga numbers.
Y'all act like I say he was ass. Was he top paid? Was he top paid?
Yes, he did get a big contract from us. Yes, he did. KK got out when dumbass Matt Rule came in.
Yeah, he hurt his shoulder. He still
How
be
much?
that now.
How much? Answer the question. How much was his contract? Is all I asked.
It
That's all
don't
I asked.
matter. It don't matter what the contract.
That's what we talking about, right? That's what we talking about, right?
But hold up. But
Two
you
different
say,
positions,
what you
though.
saying? The top nigga in the league that's making the most money is the man. They done showed y'all that with quarterbacks. You done paid some of these quarterbacks hundreds of millions of dollars and they ain't shit. So you can't go
Okay.
by the money.
So we
KK
paid Kawan Short a 5-year deal, $80 million, which he was paid as a top tackle. $80 million.
You break that down, how much that is? Like 16, right?
That's about $16 million a year.
And you talking 5 years ago, 5-6 years ago.
Times done changed,
So
Pat.
time done changed.
Bargaining done changed. The money done went up with the TV contracts. You got to pay these guys now, bro. And that was 5 years ago. They on your ass in the chat too, Pat.
Hey, I ain't care about nothing, man. I love KK, but just because I say he was good, everybody get mad because I just say he was good.
Good boy about to bury your
He
black
was
ass.
getting hurt.
He was better than good.
This nigga was exceptional, bro. Come on, man.
I feel like good is better than exceptional.
What?
Man, that nigga talking crazy, man. That nigga talking crazy.
Man, y'all if I tell you exceptional, for me, you saying he exceptional. If I say you exceptional, I feel like you just getting by, bro.
No, exceptional is better than good. Exceptional is like
These niggas got their own definitions around here.
Yes. What dictionary? You ain't in Webster. You ain't.
What?
You
Y'all niggas ain't went to school, bro.
What kind of dictionary you read? Damn.
Oh God. Oh man. The man did from 2013 to 2020 on the team. Nigga had damn near 10 years close to dominance.
And he's 7 years, and he did great. Like, I love the dude. I ain't never not quite short. My only thing, y'all was bringing up Brian Burns stats, and that's cool. Y'all bringing up short stats. All I said was he was good, and that turns to a whole damn thing. I ain't knocking the nigga. It just was my point. I was just saying, like, yeah, Brian Burns passed him. That's great. But Kawhi, like, KK Short was good, bro. I liked him. I appreciate him while he was there. But y'all, like, I call him ass on the show.
Hey, I don't mean to call you out, Pat, man, but I had to do some Google research.
I knew Pop was gonna look.
Yeah, hey, that shit, it says, for example, good implies that you have achieved results and met the requirements. Exceptional implies that you have far exceeded the requirements and achieved success. So.
Timmonsville School District.
I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that alone because I know my education. I'm gonna leave it alone because I know King Street over here they talking. I know a nigga continues to relate to they talking about the vocabulary. So I know I'm gonna
Hey,
leave that
hey,
alone.
a nigga
I'm
from
gonna
King
leave
Street
that
ain't
alone.
ain't opened the side of his ass and say good and exceptional been two different things.
Hey,
Now, I ain't said
bro,
that.
hey, he know I know him, so I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that alone, cause he know I know him. So
Oh
I'm gonna
boy.
leave that alone.
Woo. Well, we better be glad we ain't having no spelling bees, boy.
Yeah.
Oh man.
God,
Shout out to Pat
God
with the
Almighty.
with, Pat, Aquila and the B over here.
Now see, there we go. Cause spelling and definition is two different things. Like I said, so here we go.
Oh,
On to
so
the next one.
in the gist of everything, how are we looking with this whole Brian Burns and payment, man?
I say
I mean,
I
pay him.
ain't trying to give him
I
25.
say pay him. He deserved every dime.
And you say what, Pat?
Well, you already know I ain't trying to give him the whole dime.
Why not though? I mean, who else can you
Oh
give the
man,
money
I
to?
just I like the dude. He great. I don't think I was saying y'all talking about paying attention. He good. If he get it, hey, kudos to him. I just say personally, he got to show me it first. He get it, man. That's cool. I want to
They,
keep him. So
them
I
boys on
mean,
your
guess
ass in the chat. The boy say he sound like my man from Vampire in Brooklyn. Evil is good.
he was good.
man.
You can get some evil ass. The hell, man. Damn.
Hey, look. Hey,
Pat,
look.
you don't believe in paying players for coming out and producing?
See.
Look,
That's the
that's it.
old Carolina Panther way. That's the Panther way. That's what you were talking about,
Hey,
wasn't you, Q?
see, now
That's
now
what
you
you were
comparing
talking
Yeah.
about.
it to
Hey,
the
Drew
Panther way.
Norwell, right?
No,
Now
That's
no,
what
you
you were
compare.
Isaac,
talking
you just said you didn't want to pay the
about.
nigga for
That's the
you didn't
Panther
want to
way.
give him the bag.
Y'all gonna let me answer the question? No, hey, no. I just told y'all. Listen, I don't mind a nigga getting paid. Nigga get paid. That's cool. But if it was me, probably like yeah, if we gonna argue about it, gotta debate about it. But I'll put some stuff in there like Pop said. He got to do this. He got to give me this. Like the bonus part of it. Like he got to get
Oh, that's gonna
guaranteed.
be in there. Yeah, that's gonna be in there. That's gonna be in there.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like that's
Yeah,
just the only way possible. It got to be good numbers because that's all. That's the only thing we were saying.
that's gonna be in
Yeah,
there.
he gon'
He
he
gonna have
gon'
to
he
give
gonna
me.
get paid, and
Yeah,
I hope it's the way that Q said. You know, what I'm saying that 18 and that 7 is in that bonus. That 7 in that bonus, man, because you got to give these guys something to keep them going, keep pushing. This mugs get comfortable like YGM.
well, that's why he's out of here. That's why they're not picking up his fifth year option. That's why he gone.
Oh man, there's
But the
so
man gonna
much
get
going
paid
on.
though. They gonna get
We
paid.
all said that in the new Carolina, you turn over a new regime. The number one thing we should start doing, if players come out there and they actually give you production, you pay them for what they done. If they give you production, the guy has given us production.
You
So
know what? I gotta give him credit because at least he did it by himself last year without Hassan Reddick. Because I wanted to
exactly,
see could he do it by himself, and he showed out last year.
Yeah.
exactly. What more did this guy got to do than to show you, okay, he look, give him the bag. He can only get better at 24, 25. He can only get better. I mean, it's not like this nigga 30 and we sitting here trying to decide should we pay him his last big contract. Nah, this dude got a ways to go as a young individual. And like I said, he can only get better because technique, he can learn better technique. He can learn a lot of different stuff that's going to be able to help him translate his game and take it to the next level. He's just in the baby stages of learning football and learning what direction he should take his pass rushing game. I mean, this boy got a lot
Well,
to learn, bro.
and if you look at it, you whether if it's by default, you say his Pro Bowl was because other people were playing or they just neglected to go or whatever. Okay, but you got to look at it and say, oh, y'all said he didn't give me double digit sacks. Then he come up, he bust 12. I mean, he was at like 9.5. He was right there on the cusp. You know what I'm saying? The years to come. And y'all got to put this in. He never had nobody playing up to any type of potential other than a sign Reddick on that other side. You got to have those bookends, or you either got to have those two people pushing the middle of that pocket. We have not had that yet, y'all. We might have it this year with a Derek Brown and a Shy Tuttle. I mean, you can't do it by yourself. That's when the man said he kept getting. Y'all remember he said, "I keep getting chipped. I keep getting chipped." That's because when you scheme the offense to say you going to double the best defensive player on that team or the best player where the ball is going over that way, and clearly that's Brian Burns, the best nigga on the line. So you're not paying the best person on your line. You're not gonna do that. That don't make sense.
I mean,
You know what? I think. My bad. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Pop. Go ahead.
You know why I think that? I mean, we don't have no control over it. We know the man gonna get paid. I think what gets me frustrated with Brian Burns is that I haven't seen him take over a game, and sometimes he disappears. And that'd be like one of my like pet peeves. I'm not if I'm just gonna critically, you know what I'm saying, critique him. You know, as we sit down and we watch games together, and we're like, man, we need to stop. You know, you see them top tier guys go out there and get it, and it's like, is either he overcompensates because of one of his spin moves, or the person was right there, but he just over pursued. So certain things I'd be like, man, I mean, you know that he got the potential to do it, but it's just like I want to see it already, especially we talking about contractual year.
Okay, so Pop, let me ask you a question. Who was the defensive coordinator the last 2 years?
Well, we had Wilkes last year, and the year before,
even before him.
We had Ron Rivera when he was here. We had Matt Rule.
Come on, Pop, you dancing around it.
Come on now, you know who I call about. Who we had as the defensive coordinator that got fired in the middle of the goddamn season last year?
I think his name was what's his name?
Not the son.
I know the guy that looked like an owl.
So let me ask you a question. He inherited a Brian Burns in what year? In year 2, right?
Right.
Okay. So does defensive end have it all together in year 1, year 2?
Not at all.
So as learning what you talked about, which was positioning, trying to get his legs and his body and understanding what to do and how to get to these sacks, in spite of bad coaching, which we all knew that they had this guy playing out of philosophy last year. Am I right about that?
Right.
In spite of us knowing him playing out of philosophy, he succumbed to, I have to say, the dumbest coaching staff in Panthers history. And this guy, most defensive end gets schemed open. Right. Run stunts. Some of these guys come from the edge. This guy don't run much. I mean, one stunt he run last year.
Q, you starting to break up.
He didn't run that.
Q, you starting to break up. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well, I'm basically thinking what he's saying is this, man. You come in there with Phil Snow.
Right.
That's just like all the rest of the offensive guys on the other side with McAdoo. You know what I'm saying? Now we're looking at a whole new regime. When okay, so then you can even say when Steve Wilkes got over there, Brian Burns got 12 that same year, right? Where he was getting 9 and all this clip with the rest of them clowns, Phil Snow, this and that. Steve Wilkes come in, the man, let's just say he plays to his potential or at his potential. He gets the double-digit sacks. You see what I'm saying? It makes coaching makes a difference. It makes a difference.
Yeah.
And that's without anybody on the other side. Now you throw in Shy Tuttle. Let's say Maribano makes a leap this year because of different coaching. Or let's say we do end up bringing in a what's the dude from South Carolina that played at Cleveland?
Talking about Clowney.
Clowney. Let's say we bring in a Clowney, a veteran presence, to take a double team or to get chipped on the other side or whatever. What he might have 15 that you're looking for, Pat. We don't know.
More than that.
Yeah, we don't know. But what we saying, what we
I
do
mean,
know,
exactly. We don't
we
know.
got a 24-year-old edge rusher. You don't shake a tree and get these motherfuckers. You don't. It don't happen, bro. You let him walk, and what you gonna do? We don't have a number 1 draft pick next year, so you going in the draft, or you gonna pay somebody more than what he asking for in free agency next year for a top dog? You're not gonna get him because the team ain't gonna release him.
Yeah, but that's what ifs and unknowns. You got a known quantity. You got a known guy that can go out and get you double-digit sacks if you put him in the right position.
A known
Then
product.
you
You
need-
got a guaranteed product.
Say that back. You can't say you know that because he only did it 1 year. But
You
I believe
do,
he
but
can
he
do that.
did it. Come on,
He
Pop.
did it.
I mean, Pat.
Pat.
Come on,
Hey, all I'm saying,
Two-time
Hey.
Pro Bowl starter.
dude,
Not
I
bench.
love the dude, but y'all just mentioned what ifs and all this what if stuff. And that's the only thing we were saying is we don't really
Pat.
know how good. Like I believe he's gonna get better. I do
Okay.
believe he's gonna get better, but I don't
Hey,
know
Pat.
that he's gonna get better.
Pat, check this out. I'm gonna drop a promo on Mud Inc. Outlaw TV. We're gonna be at the racetrack this year. If you got a car that run 4 in the 8th, and it did it once, it'll do it again. You understand what I'm saying? Now,
The
track
engine is
condition,
there, Pat.
exactly. Track condition, tires, and stuff may vary. That's what I'm talking about. His buddies on the line. I'm just putting in a different
I
perspective.
love
You
Brian
understand what I'm
Burns,
saying?
man. I love Brian
I'm
Burns.
just putting in a different perspective. Now, y'all
I
go on
ain't
Mud
go-
Outlaw TV,
I ain't
like
even
and
argue with you on that.
subscribe, and I'll show y'all cars that can consistently run like that. Brian Burns can consistently get double-digit sacks, is what I'm saying.
He ain't did it yet, is all I'm saying.
I mean, you got to let the man
Am I
mature.
right?
and
Am I
grow.
right? Am I right? Am I wrong?
Yeah, but
He
you
did it one
looking
day.
at it
That
from
All
means
a
right,
he
that's
was
all
one-sided
I'm
in it.
saying. I'm
perspective.
saying. Hey, no, that's not one. Yeah, I'm looking at one side, you're looking at the other side. That's cool. Like, only thing I said is he didn't consistently do it yet. Yes, he has the possibility to do it, especially with the pieces we added. He better do it, almost. He damn near better do it. But, dang, I do believe he can if he got the mindset to be greater. Hopefully, if he got the mindset to be greater, to be a dog, then yeah, he'll be a top dog.
So what the fuck does it mean, Pat?
Just like I said, he got to have the mindset to be better. Yeah, he good right now, but it's like you asking for a top dollar. I want to know if he got the mindset to be a top dog, to continue to be a top dog.
The best you got already, he ain't. Oh, you don't even know if you're top dog
You
yet.
breaking up. Go ahead, go. You breaking up.
Yeah, but I mean, he done showed you though, Pat. He done. I mean, last year
But
he
he showed me on the team with, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get, like, I'm not knocking Brock. I tell you, I love the dude. He's good. I just, only reason I would doubt paying him top dollar yet, because I just would have to make sure he's doing what he's doing. Make sure his mind right with that. I don't mind paying him, but it would be like, dang, you better show me. You just better show me. Better than you talking. Like you say, if you came to me asking for something, you better show me better than what you talking.
I mean, well, he done showed them because see, last year was a contract year pretty much, and he got the double-digit sacks. I mean, so he done showed them.
It's like a Josh
mean,
Norman. Remember how Josh Norman went out balling that last year
Okay.
before
If
his
you-
contract?
Okay. Yeah. Well, see, you just answered the question. What do we do to Josh? We didn't pay him. He walked. So it took us. We had to draft. We had to go in the draft and draft 3 cornerbacks, 3, to try to get 1 Bradbury. We finally
But
got
Josh
Bradbury.
ain't never put them numbers
Then
up
we done-
again after.
Then we didn't pay him. He wasn't here. He wasn't here to do it.
I'm talking about anywhere else where it ain't like he went off and been a star.
When he went to Washington, Pat, he was playing. Really, he wasn't playing the defense that he was built to play.
Yeah,
He
that's
was
true.
playing out
That's
of
true.
position.
He wasn't in the same scheme. That's true.
No. But he went. But clearly, Josh Norman went to Washington because of money. We didn't.
Yeah.
We took the deal off the table. So hopefully we learn from the past because we done so many motherfuckers like that. We were arguing about that. You know what I'm saying? We don't argue about that on the show before. But I mean, a premier edge rusher, you pay him. You pay him. You got to.
So I'm looking at Brian Burns and looking at the games that he got sacks in. We played Cleveland first. He didn't get no sacks there. Then he played the Giants. He got 2 sacks there. We played New Orleans, no sacks. We played Arizona. He got 1 sack. We played San Francisco. He got 1 sack. We played the Rams, 0 sacks. Tampa, he got 1 sack. Atlanta, 0 sacks. Cincinnati, 1 sack. Played Atlanta again, 1 sack. Baltimore, 1 sack. Denver, 2 sacks. Seattle, 0.5. Pittsburgh, 0 sacks. Detroit, 2 sacks. And Tampa for the last one was 0 sacks. So he went on a little run there. It was like every other game or every 2 games, that's where he got him. Surprisingly, he didn't get none against Atlanta till later on down the season, which is surprising.
What I'm seeing is that y'all just saying sacks. Y'all not counting tackles.
To them, they're not looking at the tackles for loss, none of that shit, man.
Yeah.
Nah.
Man, I saw that too.
What kind of effect or difference he brings to the game?
Right.
When Brian Burns is in there, let it be known you have to account for this man on every play that he's in the game.
He has 17 tackles for loss. So I mean, he's definitely out there. He's disruptive. He's doing his thing. Like I said, he kind of disappears sometimes.
I told you about that already.
I get it.
And you potentially taking on best left tackle in anybody's team, and you looking around and Derek Brown is only the help you got on the fucking line because you can't even get.
They're gonna give you all the attention.
You can't get shit out of Amari Bono. You can't get shit out of YG fucking M, and you can't get shit out of Ianitis and the crew. What the fuck he supposed to do?
You right. Pay the man. Pay that man. You right.
Hey, Q. Why did Emerald say Brian Burns and
Mr. Burns? He put respect on Brian Burns' name. He said it's Mr. Burns and some other guys out there clawing and scratching.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah, you gotta pay that man.
Your coach said that shit.
The coach.
You gotta pay that man because you're right. When I ultimately think about it, not getting no help other than when they see here trying to scheme Luvu to come in to get a sack, or maybe blitz with 10. He had no help for real. So still accomplish that. I mean, that's hella good because you're getting double team. So yeah, pay that man. Go ahead. 18.75. No.
There you go, Jeezy.
I'll just
17.5. I really got it for that.
Nah, I like that. I like that 18 million, that 7 million in bonus. I like that.
You had to create pressure. You had to create pressure with Frankie just to get some pass rush. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Just to get some other pass rush other than Brian Burns, you had to scheme Frankie to get some production. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right. I mean, you're right. Curtis Lynch, I knew his name, man. I just ain't want to say that dumbass coach name, bro. That's all it was. I ain't want to say his stupid ass name.
There's a bevy of other things to get to. I mean, let's make no mistake about it. In the Carolina Panther world, Taylor Moton was named basically in the top 32 in offensive linemen, and he was named as one of the top 32 hog mollies by Pro Football Focus. And then on top of that, Ikem Ekwonu, basically he was named to the all breakout team in 2023. Now, this offensive line, man, we keep saying with Bryce Young behind this line, potentially he would have one of the top 15 lines in the league. Has this elevated the play of the line? I mean, can the line get better than top 15 right now?
Well, I got a question. Where was Moton ranked out of the 32? What number did they give him? And what was Icky's?
I got to go back and look, man. I got to go back and look at that one. I just saw the article where they listed him top 32.
Because he could have been number 32 best right tackle. And I would kind of be like, that ain't really saying nothing. You see what I'm saying? But they'd say, like,
I say he top 20. I would say that.
I
If
believe
it was
I believe he's in the top 20. Icky, I mean that dude was a monster last year. He had his struggles, but once he got his stuff together, bro,
I mean, bro,
I want him to run the ball to the left every
oh,
time. Run the ball to the left.
he's a
Pop, I
rookie.
got the number.
He
I
can't.
got
His
the
Uh-oh.
number
number.
get better
What is it?
every year.
You gonna laugh at this? They had him out of 32 offensive tackles. They had him rated number 27 on the list.
27.
Mm.
But no, that's good. I feel like he went up though, because I feel like he wasn't.
No, he
That's
did not
like,
go up because last year wasn't his best year. It was not.
Damn,
Wow.
hard out here for him.
I mean, that's why you got your boy that they got who's 6'6", 337 pounds with 84 wingspan signed to a 3-year contract, and he ain't did nothing yet.
Oh my god.
They already see the potential of what he's gonna do. So, look, I salute that the fact that we got Moten.
but he's never allowed over 5 sacks though.
No, he's not a bad left tackle. I mean right tackle at all. Not at all. I'm not taking that away from the man, but I am seeing some small dissension in his play. Like for instance, last year he took a lot of veteran days, getting them knees together. And I mean, he's played all over the line. So I mean, they using him as a workhorse for real. And I can kind of say he was the savior of this line, to be honest with you. Salute to him.
And when you sit there and you do this right here, and y'all say we want to be a top tier team, right? Then you got to do what the top tier teams do. Everybody agrees, say we want to be up there with the Eagles. You got to be up there with the Eagles and the Chiefs and whatever. If y'all want to be playing in February, these people don't sit there with their premier talent until they run them to death and run them in the hole. If you see a Taylor Moton, this is the way you play football, y'all. If you see a Taylor Moton starting to decline or have any type of, if we got any inside information that, like we said, Taylor Moton got arthritis and the knee getting ready to start hurting him or whatever, you have to start getting ready to get off this man. We don't want to see our superstars or our main guys leave, but we have to get rid of them when they have worth, draft capital worth, money worth, or to get them off the books or whatever. We have to make these hard decisions. That's what the good teams do. They don't hold on to people.
That's
they
a
not
fact.
worth nothing. Whatever. Yeah, I mean that's just
That's
a
a
hard
fact.
truth of it, y'all. That's the business part of football.
Yeah, this might be the last year y'all see the Motown splash. Hey, but I mean, it's a business. Things happen, and he's got paid well. Don't get it twisted. That man got plenty of money.
Yeah.
I think he'll be around the organization. I think he'll be one of them players that will be around the organization a lot too, coming in and helping the new guys. But like I said, he is descending. He's still able to go. I'm not saying you got to cut him or anything. I ain't saying he garbage. What Goat saying, he's coming from a perspective like a Bill Belichick. Get them before they done. I mean, get rid of them before they done, because you can get something out of them. Right.
Now you see some of these guys that continue to play at a high level, and it's like, okay, well, damn, he's putting it in, like the Kelsey lineman over there with the Eagles, or the nigga that at the Rams, the defensive what the guy name, the tackle,
Talking about Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donalds, and that be saying I'm gonna retire, and they end up and begging them to come back. You know what I'm saying? But these niggas is playing these are the guys that's playing at, even when they decline, their level is still high. You know what I'm saying? So You want them on the team, veteran, and they playing at a high level. They superstars, mega stars. So you know what I'm saying? Those type of guys are rare. Those are generational talents. But when you get a guy that's excellent, and then he's going down the good path, you know what I'm saying? You get rid of him while he good.
Wow.
Oh, God.
See what you did there.
Excellent. Then you go down.
Good.
Yeah, excellent and going down the good. Then you get rid of him while he good. Maybe somebody give you a third rounder or something like that.
Well, you know what? Go. This leads me to the next thing to talk about, man. Our coach has been harping on a certain individual about how good he's been doing. Uh,
Mhm.
how do you feel about him overpraising? Because there's a certain guy that's went out of his way to call out your coach Frank Wright for over there worshiping Bryce Young, saying that he's worshiping him too much. He giving him too much praise for shit that he should already do or already know. How you feel about that?
Well, you talking about Eric Mangini coming out and saying Frank Rent is #1 draft pick, Bryce Young. And if y'all haven't noticed, we in the national news every day. We haven't been there. It's been Bryce, or the Carolina Panthers or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because we went up and got the #1 pick and we got Bryce Young, this and that. Now,
Mm-hmm.
fuck around and we start losing, then you ain't gonna hear a motherfucking word about no Carolina Panthers. You know what I'm saying? Every day on Good Morning Football, on NFL Live, and all that shit. You know what I mean? So right now, what he is talking about, can Bryce Young handle that spotlight? Yeah, he's been in the, but he basically what he's saying is your young quarterback, you putting a lot on his shoulders right now. And traditionally, you ain't supposed to do that. You're supposed to make it easier for the young guy coming in. You know, first start, whatever. Supposed to vanillarize the offense. You're supposed to have him a run game set up, uh, 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 tight end, the weapons around him where he can sit in there and get real comfortable with the offense and do his thing. Basically, Mangini is saying we putting a lot on the young quarterback, basically, in a nutshell. And do y'all jump all over him and talk about he need to shut the fuck up and all this and all that? I don't know. He got an opinion, which could be right.
I'm gonna touch on that for a little bit. If I was Frank Wright, I would get on the podium like, "Hey, Manzini, because you got a lot of shit to say. Would you like to trade in some bullshit barbecue for some Carolina Panthers barbecue? Because ain't nobody
Mm-hmm.
trying to hear that shit. Ain't nobody trying to hear you say, well, you want me to talk bad about my franchise quarterback? Who are you? Who
I
are
would
you?
I would address that nigga as the guy that couldn't keep his job in the NFL. So who
Exactly.
gives a fuck what you
Yeah.
What
got
you
to say?
say? Who the hell Brad, do we really want to look back at Joe history? Brad, see, that's the
Mm-hmm.
stuff right there, boy, that you just want to smack somebody with a shit sandwich. Because I
Yeah.
can't stand when you open up your mouth to just spit hot garbage for no reason.
Yeah.
It don't make no sense. You have no reason to get mad at a coach who got his guy and he's talking good things about him. What you want to say? Oh, well, he was off a pass by 3 inches. Man, who cares? They're in training camp. This is not time to sit here. If it was something after the game, a game mistake, cool. But we're not there yet. We're in practice. So just sit back and watch and shut the fuck up.
Hey man, look at
Ah,
here. Go ahead, go.
yeah, because I like to say this right here. Pop, you said 100% something. When these guys go to this podium, man, these coaches, they go to this podium, they're not gonna sit there and critique everything that everybody did. They're not, and if y'all sitting there waiting on them to badmouth or bash anybody, they're not gonna do that neither. They're gonna say we had a good practice. They say that every time. Oh yeah, we had a good practice. Such and such did this well, did that well. They might critique a little something I didn't like what the such and such did today or such a, but they gonna say something like, but we still got room to grow or we got, whatever, whatever. They're not gonna sit there and tell you their weaknesses or anything. So all this shit that you see here people say at the podium or say in the newsroom or whatever, they're just grasping at straws, y'all.
This my
Fuck what the
thing,
coach
Goat.
say. They gonna tell you shit.
This my thing, Goat, and this is real shit. And I know you've heard this before. When they step on that podium, right, it's also a tactic. For one, to keep the media out their business.
Mhm.
Number two, it's also a mental tactic from away from the field. Because when they on that field in practice, they are breaking these guys down. And then when he get on that podium, he's building him back up.
Yeah, true. Facts. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I agree.
I can get with that. I agree. 100. I couldn't have said it no better. You're exactly right.
Well, I tell you like this, man. What the fuck they want us to say, man? It's just one of those things where they just gotta learn to take it. They don't cover us enough, first of all, in the first place, to even be putting statements like that out there, because they don't know half of the players that's on the team. And then you get out here, and once we hit the national spotlight, you tired of hearing the Panthers because you wasn't used to hearing the Panthers before. So goddamn. I mean, I get it, Eric Mangini. You don't want to hear about us. Just say that. Go sip your little cheese. Go sip your little tea and get your cheese sandwich and get the fuck on. Everybody else do. I mean, look at all the topics that they got going floating around the Panther world right now, man. And I don't think now more than ever, it's just one of those things where we haven't seen us in the media this much since Cam been here.
Mm-hmm.
It's just straight up. We haven't been getting national attention other than for the fuck shit that we've been doing here in Carolina, being a clown show, being, not taken seriously as a franchise. Now it feels good to get talked about having a quarterback that can come out here and play. They don't want to hear that shit. So it is what it is, man. These boys are full of it, man.
Yeah.
And think about it. They talking about Pro Football Focus put out an article the other day on Panthers Wire. And the first thing they said that the Panthers don't have enough firepower to make the playoffs in 2023. They go out of their motherfucking way to doubt us every chance they get. Now, if it wasn't bad enough, they supposed to shut the fuck up. Now they're saying we don't got the firepower, even contend.
That's what they do, bro. Every time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now they got our names in their mouth all the time. Ain't got nothing good to say. But see, I like that, though. Because when we come on that field and bust their ass, I want to hear all the good stuff they got to say. And don't y'all dare sit here and show me highlights of the team that got their ass whooped by us the most instead of showing the team who actually won. That shit right there get on my damn nerves. We whooping somebody's ass.
They do
that.
They
show the team we whooped on. They got more highlights. Huh?
Exactly. Type of shit that is.
Hey, they say y'all we a small media market, man. You ain't New York. You ain't Atlanta. Huh? That's what y'all thought y'all was, Dallas.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started over here.
Huh? You ain't in no big city. Small media market, baby.
Go. They done went so far as to doubt us that they even doubt our playoff odds. Now think about it. As far as it looks for the NFC right now, how deep is the NFC really that they don't even believe that we can make a fucking playoff game? They don't believe it.
It's crazy, bro.
Hey.
Shout out to Red Swan, man. He said, "What's up, my brothers from another? To be honest with you, Q, the national media disrespected the whole entire NFC South. That's because we were historically bad for a year. Now, be mindful, the year when the Dallas Cowboys, them fuck-ass Washington football team, that goddamn, the Eagles, when they were the NFC least, they still sat there and with the Giants and they covered those boys every fucking week, knowing that they weren't worth a fuck. Knowing that they weren't worth a shit.
Those are the royalty. Those are, how'd I put it? The blue bloods of the NFL. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, those are the blue blood. Those are NFL royalty teams, man. Those were the original teams right there in the NFC East.
Yeah.
So I mean, you gotta, you don't give it to them. You know what I'm saying? You give the credit where credit due, but they're gonna talk about the Cowboys. They're gonna talk about the Giants. They're gonna talk about the Skins. You know what I'm saying? We have them, Cowboys and Redskins. Shit, North Carolina. Those were the original teams because we didn't have a team. Let's be real now. Let's break this shit down. We didn't have a team. You got more motherfucking Cowboy and Redskin fans in North Carolina than a little bit. Because that
Mm-hmm.
was the people's original team right there because we didn't even have a team. So those are the blue blood teams in the NFC East. That's all we know
Mm-hmm.
for a time, as far as football. So Panthers, there's a one time, let's be real, y'all. Be real. Because a lot of times, a lot of Panthers fans don't want to be real when they sit there and say, oh, this and that. Shit, I know when I'm in Raleigh, certain times of the year, I couldn't even get no Panther shit, a t-shirt in different sizes or what the fuck else. You had to order it
Mm-hmm.
right here in North Carolina. You couldn't even get the shit. So what you think
That's the truth.
about? You think you could find something, a Panther, anything in Texas? Hell, fuck no.
Well, as soon as you cross over that Virginia line, it is a wrap.
You
Even
know what I'm
before you
saying?
get
Yeah.
there, I'm
Washington
telling you,
Eagle shit. Yeah.
you
Hell
like
no.
what? You hear Virginia, you start seeing Tennessee shirts and all that. I'm like, we in Virginia. I'm telling you, bro. Like,
Or like you said, yeah, the upper part of the mountains, go up in the mountains. You see the
go in the
Titan
mountains,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah. You don't see no Panther shit. You see what I'm saying? You
All
know
we
what?
got,
You know what breaks that? In 2015, when we was winning like a motherfucker, that
right?
all over. You gotta
Mm-hmm.
win. You gotta go in here and get these players. You gotta go get a Bryce. That's why we got a Bryce Young, y'all. You ask the question, why did you go in there and get the smallest quarterback ever, this and that? Because that boy already had national media. That boy was already getting NIL. You understand what I'm saying? Make no mistake, it was a business decision as well. That's why I said what I said. Go back and watch Goat Talk. Was
Yeah,
Frank Reich a yes man? Did he pick Bryce Young? You see what I'm saying? It goes
right.
deeper than just this, y'all. You understand what I'm saying? It goes deeper than Bryce won this or Bryce threw that many touchdowns. Bryce already getting NIL. Bryce already had media. Bryce had media deals before he came into the NFL. He had deals.
Boy was already a millionaire before he got here. Already
Yeah,
a millionaire. His life
yeah.
ain't changing but so much.
Y'all better go break it
Mm-hmm.
down, cuz.
He's
Y'all better
already
go
a
break it down,
millionaire
man.
already. So
That's one.
I see what you're saying. Go. He's
It
already
wasn't
seen. He's
all.
already
It's
seen
not
it.
all football. What made that
Mm-hmm.
boy the quarterback of the Carolina Panthers? You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Oh shit! I see we got a Chief fan in the damn chat. They on his ass too.
Hey, yeah, get on his ass, cause next year we're gonna be on y'all ass. No homo. Germany, we coming. Black Cat Panther podcast will be there, fully loaded, ready. Yeah, don't y'all worry, we will be there.
So go. For a nutshell, for some that don't get it, that don't really understand how we really feel it, man. And all this goes hand in hand of why we aren't being taken seriously. One, like we started off the show saying, we don't pay our players. Two, the national media has a problem with the Carolina Panthers because they take us as a fucking joke. Because the word around town is we aren't an organization that's serious about winning. Then
Mhm.
three, you get a nigga like Tepper through the door who coming in being the goddamn puppet master, want to have his hands on everything. It really shows and signifies that maybe we aren't what we say we are. But this is why we aren't being taken seriously in the national media. That's what the fuck is going on around here. I hate to say it. I hate to be the bringer of bad news. But at the end of the day, we got to do better. Like I said, it starts by in-house taking Brian Burns is the motherfucker we need to lock up to show the NFL that we serious. We need to lock him up long term.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I agree. I mean, at first, like I said, I mean, it was it's a whole money thing, but you got to solidify the talent. You got to solidify the people who actually went out there and put their blood, sweat, and tears on that field. And you know, all we got is us, y'all. I mean, if you really think about it, me and Goat just broke down the whole geography. You go a little bit north this way, you ain't gonna see no Carolina Panthers. You go a little south here, you ain't gonna see no Carolina Panthers stuff because we haven't been doing that. And I think we're trying to build something that's great that you can be proud of for years that we all can be proud of, but we got to get behind them. You got to get behind your podcasters. You got to get behind your team. You got to believe in them. You know what I'm saying? We gotta push our own narrative out here because they will lie on your team. I promise you, and that's why we're here to set the record straight. Now listen to that BS.
I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. The link in the chat. If y'all feeling froggy, man, look at here. Come holler at your boys, man. We already here. Y'all already know what time it is. The topic was at the beginning of the show. Before we got on the other topics was, is Brian Burns worth the money? You can call in and tell us how you feel about that. You can call in and tell us how you feel about the national media taking shots at us, telling us to shut the fuck up about talking about Bryce out loud. I mean, don't you feel the area in which way that they're trying to push the narrative over here? You feel it. They feel like they were forced to like the Panthers and they're forced to talk about the Panthers. And so they're doing everything that they can to really shut us up and get us to fuck up off the screen. And I think we should take notice of this right here and really take it personal and come out here and win some fucking games this year, bro. We need to.
Sir. We have to.
That's the only way. That is the only way. I mean, look, y'all. Ain't nothing gonna be perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, we could have came in here and be like, man, hey, Bryce Young got his ball batted down to practice. Man, every quarterback gets their ball batted, bro. It's part of practice.
That shit ain't even news to me, bro.
That's not even news.
That ain't even news. That ain't.
You know what I'm saying? Every quarterback get their ball intercepted, batted, whatever, bro. That's why it's called practice. Because if you mess up there, you shouldn't be making those mistakes when you get on the field. But see, you know what I mean? Like
every day you talk Bryce, and this and that. Who the fuck ain't gonna tune in? And you know what I'm saying? You talking about Bryce? You ain't talking about, man. You got to dig deep into this shit. Why Bryce Young is here? Why Bryce Young even here? Why are they even saying this? You know, about the Panthers? Like Q said earlier, you ain't hear a damn word about the Panthers, man. Y'all be real, man. Stop being fanboys, man. I keep telling y'all about being fanboys and shit like that. Stop being fanboys. Once you dig into this team and start digging into this shit, and then you say, look, man, I'm not going to accept this bullshit. I'm not going to accept it. I'm not going to take it. If you want to, hey, pick it and make the motherfuckers have blackout games, then they'll start doing what they're supposed to do. Or they'll start, but if you just accept it, oh yeah, I love whatever y'all give me. You know what I'm saying? I eat it. They're going to keep putting it out there. They're going to keep giving it to you. Bullshit.
That bad spaghetti.
Yeah, that bad spaghetti. They're gonna run off your superstar and give you the YGMs of the world and give you the Matt Fools of the world. You know what I'm saying? That's what y'all had because y'all accepted it. And then finally, you see what happened when motherfuckers say fire rule and all that shit and calling him a clown and all that shit. Tepper had to wake the fuck up. If we'd have kept on accepting it, he'd have been here 7 years, Jay-Z. You understand what I'm saying? But we said, hell no, we didn't want that 7 years, Jay-Z. Give me something else. But you got to look at this shit for what it is, man. Stop clowning with these motherfuckers.
That's a fact.
Yeah, man. It starts right here, though. Right now is the off season. We got to get out there. We got to start competing. We got to start competing, and we got to get to it. What's up, Panther Pickle?
What's up, guys?
Man, how you living?
Pickle.
What's up, man?
What's the deal? What's the deal?
You know what?
I gotta delay somewhere. Yeah, I tell you, uh, I if it was me, I would, I, I wouldn't pay Burns this right now, and I know that may hurt later. That may hurt later, but my deal is, I mean, right now, to me, he's worth 20, 22, or I don't say 22, 23. That's
You,
about
I gotta go on
what.
mute for a second.
That's
I gotta
about.
go on mute for a second. I'll be right back.
All right, man.
Okay.
That that that's what about that dude for the Ravens or for the Raiders is making. Um, the next one I link out I had up, but uh, anyway, but because but then next year, after he actually is playing in the position that he should have always played in, uh, Bradley Chubb and Max Crosby make around 22 to 23 million.
Mm-hmm.
Um, now if you pay him now, um, I and you're going to give him 25 million, that's going to take him roughly per year tied with third in the league with Miles Garrett. So and but if you wait till after this year and you watch what he can do in a 3-4, then it's going to pay. You may have to franchise tag him next year, but still that's going to be cheaper than.
I don't know about that pickle because
Well,
what if he come out and this bitch have close to 20 sacks this year?
well then
Then you
then
just fuck yourself.
then
Is what
You
then
sure,
then,
you sure did. That's why I
you
said,
just
nah, you
yeah
try to
yeah
get
I
a
mean
deal done as soon as possible. Because
yeah
if he
yeah
goes in and
but
show
what
out,
happens
that
if you
number going up.
what happens if you pay him 25 million on a long-term deal
mm,
and he come out don't look no better than a 3-4 and he don't look no better than uh Jaquan
then what he
Barkley
did.
or Manuel Alba.
So
You
so let
know,
me ask you a question. You said Crosby and who's the other guy? Bradley
and
Roby,
Bradley Chubb.
Bradley Chubb.
Yeah. Now
Okay.
Bradley Chubb was the guy that was in Denver with Ivero before they
Mm-hmm.
traded him.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this question: how many Pro Bowls them boys made?
Oh, I couldn't tell you that. To be honest.
Bradley Chubb. Okay, let me look it up.
Yeah.
Bradley Chubb. Because I asked that because I want to see something.
Yeah.
How many
I
all
mean,
pro years? And if you're saying he get 22, 23, if that's the case, then we need to know what area is he in.
yeah, because
Hey,
But
Pop,
this my thing. Go ahead.
can you look up? I'm looking up Bradley Chubb. Can you look up the other guy? What's the other guy you mentioned?
Max Crosby.
Max Crosby. Can you look him up
Yeah.
for me? Okay, I'm looking up Chubb right now. I don't see any Pro Bowls.
No, Max
No,
Crosby.
two-time
So
Pro
Max
Bowler.
Crosby
Yeah,
came
yeah,
out in 2019. He had 10
yeah,
sacks.
yeah.
2027, 2021, 8, and then last year he hit 12.5. So he's pretty much the same as far as numbers wise, pretty much the same as
As Burns.
Burns.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the
I'm
closest numbers I've seen.
Yeah. Now,
okay.
what somebody had mentioned earlier on your show, what you could do is give him a contract, say 22 or 23 million, and then make it incentive both based after that.
Yeah.
But 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 that would spark his interest. But like I said, it always worries me what happens if you pay him and he's ain't no better. Or he's
Well,
worse
Pickle,
than a 3-4, where he's worse than a 3-4. Because the thing with we base a lot of this off sacks because that's what edge rusher does. But in a 3-4, they also have to stop the run and occasionally even dropping coverage. Now
Yeah.
I think Burns can handle that because I think he should have always been an edge rusher anyway. So
So
well,
I'm
Pickle,
looking at Bradley Chubb. Go ahead, Pop.
but when Burns is playing in his natural position in a 3-4.
I think he is. and so he should be a
So
lot better.
okay,
But
yeah, so I don't see him doing worse playing in his natural position where he can dominate in compared to a 4-3 where he putting his hand in the dirt, and just they're not really using him to his full potential.
yeah. I yeah.
He's probably licking his chops right now, bro. He's like, "Ooh, I'm
He might
about
be.
to go ham."
He is just coming off foot surgery, as they reported.
They just went in there and cleaned up a little microscope on his ankle. That man's running around. He's straight, bro. I ain't worried about Brian Burns. He always got little ankle stuff. He all right.
That and Eric Mangini, he's just a slob. I mean, he's so freaking bad. He got kicked off NFL radio. He ain't even full time on NFL radio.
Pickle, let me holler at you, Pickle.
All right.
Bradley Chubb.
Yeah.
When you look at him and you compare him to Brian Burns, we say that those two are in the same category, right?
Yeah.
Similar.
Similar. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I beg to differ. And I say this because since being in the league, Bradley Chubb has had in his first 2 years 5 sacks, 7 sacks. He had a 1 sack year in Denver after being traded.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not before he got traded. He had a 12 sack breakout year, but then, like I said, totally for a career, he only had 28 sacks. Where in the same amount of time he got a year on Brian Burns.
Yeah.
He has a year on Brian Burns, and Brian Burns has still got out 38 sacks for a career. So that's 10 more sacks than this guy.
Yep.
And if we think that they're in the same area, 10 more sacks difference is a huge difference.
Yep.
When it comes to production.
Here's my thing with Bradley Chubb. When I watch Bradley Chubb play, and I mean that's contractor wise what he got. But let me be honest. I don't see Bradley Chubb. He's 6'4", he's 270. He actually probably fits a 4-3 end better than an edge rusher stand up linebacker. And that's to me, he's playing entirely the wrong defense compared to what Brian Burns has played in the wrong defense. But now Bradley Chubb, Vero said the same, hype Bradley Chubb up the same way he's doing Burns. But like I said, I believe Brian Burns is a better athlete than Bradley Chubb.
10 more sacks. So did he?
Yeah. He's a much better athlete. I mean, and Brian. But like y'all said, Brad, the thing that bothers me with Burns is there are games where he just disappears. But I tried not to hold all that on him, because if he had a solid guy opposite him, he wouldn't get that many double teams. He wouldn't. I mean, he wouldn't get finally he fights his way through double teams, and he's got a running back there blocking. I mean, yeah, that's like taking on 3 people. So
Pickle, imagine if this guy had a D tackle of Brown's caliber opposite of Brown. Imagine if he had a full defensive line with somebody on his caliber opposite on the other edge, as well as linebackers that would come in and be competent enough on Frankie Louvu's level all the way around. If he had that front seven like that, you could say that he would have impact sacks, because his sacks getting after the quarterback is going to be him focusing on going straight for the quarterback, not him having to clean up plays from other guys that has inferior talent that he has to compensate for his teammates. Let's be real. There was some parts of the times last year he had to compensate for some of these guys that couldn't get the job done. This guy is that plus more. I mean, that's what I don't really understand when he get impact sacks, he doesn't get critical moment sacks.
Yeah.
On a team where he's on the island by himself. And he has Derek Brown out there to bring glass of water. That's it.
Yeah. I can see your point.
What up, Cody C3?
What's happening?
What y'all doing, man?
We just talking about Brian Burns. Should we pay him? I might add a little seasoning on there. We'll just add a little season.
All right.
I can see why Bradley got the hell up out of there. I see why they got rid of him, because this is my first time looking at his numbers. There ain't no way you played 17 games and got 0 sacks.
Yeah.
I don't care what team you play for, 0 sacks. And to follow it up, hold on, Pickle.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
To follow it up, he had 5 after that. In 2022, he had 2. Well, that is sad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look at those numbers.
I watched a little bit of him on clip just because he's a guy I steal on Madden, okay, or used to. So I kept thinking, well, he good on Madden. What the hell? So I looked him up online, right, trying to figure out what's going on. I can't tell you now. Before Rivera took over, they were dropping that man in coverage. 270 pounds, they were dropping him in coverage.
Mm-hmm.
Or they would line him up, or they would line him up to go up tackle. He ain't just. I think he's a good guy. He's a good lineman. He's just. I don't think he's got the athletic ability.
He's in the wrong scheme, you think?
Yeah, I think he's in the wrong.
He might be a 4-3. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey,
even in college, he played a 4-3.
So you don't mind if I give my opinion on Brian Burns right quick?
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah.
Well, that man and his agency, whoever's representing him, they're geniuses, man. They're geniuses because I mean, y'all probably already mentioned this, but apparently he wants a contract somewhere around what Myles Garrett is getting paid. And is he worth that? Is he worth that dollar amount? Hell no. And as a fan of Brian Burns, I can admit that. But the Panthers are in no position to say no to their best pass rusher. Meanwhile, you don't even know who you have opposite of Brian Burns to be able to complement your pass rush. Brian Burns is our only proven source of getting after the quarterback. And they know that, man. So they're going to make the Panthers overpay for Brian Burns because right now the Panthers have no choice if they want to be a contender anytime soon.
That's true.
And it's a fucked up situation, but it is what it is. What you going to do? Not pay Brian Burns? And have Derek Brown be the only name on your defensive line? Like, come on. You can't do that at all, man.
What is really overpayment, though? I mean, how do you look at it? Because if you're looking at, we just broke down Bradley Chubb numbers. We just broke down, what's the other guy that's in the same category? He got 10 more sacks than
Max
Bradley
Crosby.
Max Crosby. These guys right here are getting 22, 23 million. Look, Myles Garrett getting 25. So if Brian Burns he giving you 38 sacks for his career, and he out here, he killing the tackle for loss this game. He done made 2 Pro Bowlers. If he make another Pro Bowl, and Pickle was saying, hey, pay him at the end of the year. If he come out here and have 18 sacks this year, the goddamn number will go up past 25.
Right, but that's what I'm saying, and I kind of disagree with Pickle because, like, if you look at the Panthers, like, okay, what if Brian Burns held out this season and said, nah, you got to pay me before I step back on that field that's breaking everyone's ankles and shit, hard as cement. And Brian Burns said, nah, I'm going to wait till you pay me. Okay, what are the Panthers going to do? They're not even willing to pull the trigger on a free agent to complement Brian Burns. Yeah. And you're not gonna pay Brian? Like, that's what I'm saying. Right now, the leverage belongs to Brian Burns. Like, flat out. Yeah. It belongs to Brian.
He knows that too.
You better feel like he's worth $26 million a year. Because we have no choice. We have no choice.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't pay him like a Bosa. Because what they're looking at, they got this young guy, 25 years old. This guy is a potential Pro Bowler, perennial potential Pro Bowler. And you got this guy invested for 5. If you give him a 5-year deal, he'll be here till 30. So, I mean, you can get the best out of this guy, squeeze lemons and make lemonade. And he can still be the best in the NFC because he's your Pro Bowl starter over here in the NFC, bro. Yeah. Ain't nobody going better than him.
Maybe Hassan, but that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah. You know who represents you know who represents Brian Burns? Drew Rosenhaus.
Oh, Rosenhaus. Oh, that's a wrap, bro. It's a wrap.
Yeah, he getting his money.
Yo, bro, Rosenhaus is a gangster, bro.
This is another thing we got to take into consideration too. for the last 2 years, Brian Burns pretty much has been like the face of the Panthers.
Yep.
If you really
Yeah.
think about it, because he's been that steady star that we've had on our teams that never really in the media, kept a low key profile, just been performing and just representing the Panthers in the right way, and just been solidified. So if you really think about it, until we got Bryce Young, you had either C-Mac or Brian Burns as your face of the franchise.
Yeah.
And that's not how teams really want to promote a team, to be honest with you. They always want the quarterback to be the face of the franchise. So that says a lot too. When they look at ticket numbers, when they see people coming in there with jersey numbers, who are they wearing? It's definitely not no YDM or no CJ Henderson.
And by the way, it also sets a precedent. Okay, you're going to draft players that are considered to be the best in your organization, like a Christian McCaffrey, and then the moment you have the opportunity to get rid of them or let them walk in free agency, you're just going to do it? You're going to let them go get paid somewhere else? Like, what kind of look does that give to the Panthers? Again, man, the Brian Burns is in the best position to get whatever dollar amount he pretty much wants out of the Panthers. And the Panthers might say, oh, well, your numbers aren't up to yada yada or Myles Garrett or whatever. It don't matter. Like right now, like Q, I know you're a big fan of DJ Johnson, but DJ Johnson hasn't proven anything. Like you have no pass rush outside of Brian Burns.
I mean, that's facts though.
Yeah.
But the thing is this is the year to see what you really have, because even your coach Evero has already done said it's Brian Burns and a bunch of other guys. So until they invest in getting somebody opposite of him, like I said, he's all you got, and you got to live and die by whatever numbers he give you. And as long as it's double digit, there should be no reason for anybody to holler. Now, if he giving you just 10 and he getting 26, $27 million a year, I know y'all gonna be bad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I got a question, Q. Was that low key disrespectful what Evero said?
Yes, it was very disrespectful. He said it for them to get a fire up under their ass.
And I don't think they're going to. I don't think they're going to bring anybody until, if you remember, Scott Fitterer said that it may be after cuts. And if you sign a veteran after the first week of NFL free agency, then his bonus is not guaranteed.
Yeah, but
I just don't think that they're going to sign anybody. Now there's folks out there I like. I mean, I really do. There's folks out there I like to bring in, but I don't think they're going to. I just don't. I don't think that.
Before we skip to the free agency part, let's back up a little bit, because you said cuts. I want them to cut whoever Evero setting the fire underneath their ass that didn't get it. Who didn't pick that up? If you weren't listening, he was talking about you, and what's your name back there? You.
Well, basically in the pass rush department, he only put respect on Mr. Burns. That's what he said, Mr. Burns, and a bunch of other guys clawing and scratching.
That's wild.
David Ruffin and the Temptations.
Yeah. So you got to also understand there are a bunch of positions on this team that the Carolina Panthers don't really seem to be really trying to fill. Like edge rusher is one spot, linebacker is another spot, cornerback is another spot. It just seems to be that they're not trying to fill those positions. And I figured it out. They think that these undrafted guys that they brought in are going to be potential starters, like Rajon Wright. I'm hearing noise about they looking at this guy in a different light. Like I saw an article where where they had him down as one of the scariest signings by the Carolina Panthers, because they said this guy has a prototypical size. They said that when the Legion of Boom came into, they looking at him like Byron Maxwell and Richard Sherman put together. They calling JC Richard Sherman. I said, I'll be damned. This shit is wild.
That's
Hey,
some lofty comparisons right there, though, man.
that is.
Like,
That is.
bro, that's honestly that's a little bit wild if we're gonna keep it a buck. Like,
Yeah.
that's hey, I'm pulling for homeboy. Like,
Yeah.
I am
I
too.
think he's gonna
Yeah.
be a good player, but
He's feisty,
damn,
bro. He's that grit that we don't have on in that corner room. Other than uh Jamie Robinson, he brings that grit, that dog. But see, he's flying underneath the radar. But if you go look at his tape, like he's running routes for the wide receivers. He's hitting, so he ain't scared to hit like some corners that we've seen in the past. They'll be like, "Oh, I'm just gonna go for your ankles." Then instead of he delivers
yeah,
hits all different angles, different ways. He lets you know he's there. Um,
hmm
Hmm.
I'm hoping that his attitude has adjusted. Knowing that he's being blessed with this opportunity to really come out here and make a name for himself. Because he can come off a little diva-ish. And a lot of corners are like that. A lot of wide receivers like that. We know that.
who Rajon?
Yeah, but
See, I don't know
um,
nothing about him
Well,
personally.
see,
or anything
going
like
undrafted,
that.
maybe that'll click that diva a bit a little bit,
Yeah,
or maybe make you pissed off. Somebody
and
can
that's
play left and right.
that's why I agree with it was a little bit of shade towards our defensive end. Say a bunch of guys that are clawing and scratching. It means you ain't shit. You ain't done shit. Why
right.
am I
Man, look
gonna
at here.
why am I gonna pretend like you're you're gonna be some great pass rusher for the Panthers? You haven't done shit. So you better go out there and prove your worth to this football team because right now you're a no one. It's Mr.
hmm
Burns and everyone else. Right now you ain't no one. And if Rajon Wright has the same mentality, that's gonna benefit him, man. Bro, it's not hard to be better than fucking Keith Taylor, bro. Really not.
And Keith Taylor
Yeah,
been catching it light because we've been roasting CJ. But I think
Yeah.
sometime this week I'm gonna just roast Keith Taylor.
yeah.
I think that's
They
what I'll
both
do.
alike.
Good.
Neither one of them are worth a roster spot in the NFL. They ain't even worth a freaking special
They
teams
twins.
roster spot.
I don't
And
know if CJ gonna make the roster this year.
CJ
I
should
hope
feel
I
so
Yeah.
bad.
I hope neither one of them make a roster. To be bluntly
CJ should
honest
feel
about it.
so bad that he got a 5th rounder, 6th rounder playing up to his level and he's a 1st round pick.
Well,
That's
hell,
crazy.
Mhm.
look at this article that I put up here on the thing. Rajon
Yes, sir.
Wright, like I said, they said right here. Look at this. At the peak of the Legion of Boom era, there's no way that we would allow Rajon Wright to go undrafted. Now they went on to say that we're looking at when Richard Sherman and Byron Maxwell were locking down opposite receivers. Basically, they're saying that's what you're gonna get out of this guy with the potential of J.C. Horn and this guy together. At 6'1", at 6'2", look what he bringing in at 193 pounds. 25 receptions, 53 targets in his final year at Oregon State. They're trying to say that this boy right here gonna be something special.
Yep.
Now, normally Bleacher usually has some wild shit out there, but this shit here is taking the cake.
Everybody that looks at his film, everybody that watches him for even just a minute says, "Oh yeah, dude can ball." Like there's no doubt about
Yeah.
it, dude. I mean, listen, he will run the route
Yeah.
for you.
It was
Mhm.
straight outright disrespectful that he didn't get drafted. Y'all would know we signed him to a 3-year deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they know what time it is. They know
Yeah.
that after a year or two, this boy is going to be special.
Yeah.
But I ain't saying it like how that article saying right now he gonna be
Right.
special. I'm
Yeah,
saying
they
dang,
blowed it up like sheesh.
they compare
Like,
this man to Byron Maxwell and Richard Sherman.
can't hear you go.
Compared us our defensive back room to that with him being added in. That's a bold move, a bold mouthful.
Kendall,
Yeah.
you're muted or something, bro.
Yeah, I see your lips moving.
Damn, I was muted. I was sitting there.
Yeah, there you go.
When you look at things, it's like Scott Fitterer said. When you go down there. Of course, y'all know this. Like I'm just repeating shit. I just said it for somebody in the back room. Everybody's got their draft board. You know, And so you come down and you say, let's just say Wright was on somebody else's draft board and they passed on him. Like Scott said, they get to looking deeper, like, oh, what? Well, this guy got a leg injury. Is he doing something? Is he bad news, a bad locker room guy, or whatever? And then they pass on him, and then they pass on him, and then you get to people like you go into the second round or third round where they say, oh, we better get this edge rusher than this corner or this running back or this wide receiver, and you start going on through, and that then we do get a diamond in the rough. You know what I'm saying? We might got us something with an undrafted free agent. That's how he end up being undrafted, because you know the need on this guy or the grade on this guy is better than this guy and stuff like that. But that's how that happens. So we might got us something. You know what I'm saying? Something for nothing. We might. I mean, you know, you won't know until we get into it and we start peeling the layers off. But that's how that happens, and people fall in your lap.
Yo, when is the last time the Panthers had an undrafted free agent come in and play good football for the team during the season? Like what? Maybe Andrew Norwell? Like,
nah, you know who I think of?
No, it wasn't Cody, because he wasn't playing. He wasn't Andrew Norwell until his second year.
Okay.
Other than Andrew Norwell, I can't think of the blonde-haired kid that used to cut the GM's grass. He weren't fast.
Brent Burson?
We had Melvin Wright.
Hey, look,
bro, you mean Brenton Burson?
Yeah, I like Brent Burson, bro. That boy had for sure hands.
Listen, I am positive that was Jerry Richardson's illegitimate son, bro.
Bruh.
I put that on everything.
He wasn't ever no good.
What? Brent Burson don't drop nothing.
Yeah, he dropped everything.
You a wild
bro. Burson. Every fan wanted Burson to be like some undrafted superstar, but he was always like on the team, off the team. And that 2017 year, man,
he was Cole Beasley.
He was our Cole Beasley, bro. He did not, bro. He would put his body on the line. He weren't very fast. He ran good routes, and he would catch everything. I don't know what Pickle saw. Pickle must say something. I didn't see
everything.
I seen a year. His last year here, he was opportunity to start. We didn't have anybody, and that's all that dude did was drop balls. That year, But we had a few undrafted guys, but nothing.
Poor little Bert.
Nothing.
But I'm saying there are players in the NFL that have been undrafted and then gone on to have incredible careers. I'm saying, when's the last time that has happened for the Panthers? Like that doesn't really normally happen for us. So I understand why Panther fans might be like, nah, man, Rajon Wright might be a beast, in college on film. But I'm not going to believe in him until I see something from him, just because Panthers, that's not what normally happens for us.
Yeah. But Cody, I asked you the question of this. When was the last time you seen a draft like the 2023 draft? Because of COVID, right? These guys, some of these guys were 5-year guys.
Yep.
Yeah. Some of these guys came back to school. Some of these guys are polished. And it was just so much damn talent in that draft, and that's what happened as well.
Yep. And to be honest, a lot of other the Panthers have had a very bad history of drafting trash because the GMs are
desperate.
I mean,
they were desperate.
I mean,
I'm gonna make a bold statement.
Desperate.
I'm gonna make a bold statement. Y'all gonna hear this here first. If Rajon Wright makes it on the team, he's gonna be our Steve Smith on defense.
Damn,
that's a bold statement. God damn,
yeah, that bro.
He'll be our Steve Smith on defense.
Shit, you better
see him play a snap.
Wow. That's all I can say is wow.
That's bold,
hey,
but some
bold Monday.
With Jackson's injury history, that man might start before the year's over.
Right,
hey, this is another California kid with an attitude, bro, trying to come in and show what he got.
Tell you put your nuts out there, God.
I did do that, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
You might have stepped in that.
Do your thing, Pop.
I don't want to stumble on my own nuts.
Yeah,
Every now and then you trip up.
Fuck it, at least I said it, damn it.
Yeah, man, you can't take it back now. You gotta stand on this shit.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Hey,
If you don't, then
I'm gonna step in with one more thing though. This kind of breaking news.
bold statement. Oh, breaking news. Okay.
No, they put out the 2023 NFL rankings. All 8. This is only 8. Now the 8 teams that's gonna go from worst to first. Did y'all see that?
Nah, where you found that?
I ain't see that goat. Goat come with that shit.
Goat got
Ranked number
teeth.
1, worst to first. Number 1, the New York Jets.
Oh, that because I don't think it'll happen. I don't think it'll happen.
And that's just because of Aaron Rodgers, and that's
Yeah,
kinda
that's all.
lazy. Yeah, that's kind of lazy to be honest.
This right here gonna fuck y'all up.
Bro, you better not say Atlanta, bro. If you say Atlanta, yo, that's some bullshit. Bro, is that not some bullshit?
Here we go.
That's probably put out by Bleacher Report.
Propaganda. Fake news, y'all. Fake
This
news.
is NFL.
You know the NFL hate us.
Number 3, Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, that one I can understand because they got the.
Yeah.
Bro,
They
the
say
best-
that about them every year.
Yeah, but all right, Pickle. At least now they have a quarterback that at one point in time was thought as a top 5 quarterback.
Oh, okay. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Atlanta
Hey,
don't have that.
Yeah.
Like nobody knows what Desmond Rigger is.
Nope. Well,
That's true.
they're basing it because of who they signed in free agency. And to be bluntly honest, them guys are just a bunch of old guys, not counting the safety they got. The rest of them are just a bunch of old guys. We had Wolf on the other day on Friday Free Pro. I told him that. And I said, they're just all a bunch of old guys. He agreed with me. I said, they're just a bunch of old guys who's been on a couple other teams because they failed them other teams. That linebacker they got, he ain't been good in 4 damn years. You think he'd sign to Atlanta and all of a sudden be good? No. He's been 3 years with the Titans because he was going to be great.
Yeah.
They signed him a nice big deal. They were stuck with him for 2 years. So finally they got shut of him. He signed with Atlanta, but now he signed with Atlanta. He's going to be a superstar again, brother.
Right, and even if you
Pickle
want,
juice going now. Pickle juices is going.
and you know what, bro? Even if you want, look, even if you think Atlanta might surprise, that's fine. But number 2, bro, that's wild as fuck, bro.
Yeah, that's
So number 4, Chicago Bears.
Cut it off,
Why?
goat. Cut it off, goat.
Yeah, like now, it's like, bro, who the hell made this
That's-
list?
They're staying in their division. They could go from worst to first.
Where did they fix their line at?
Lord
Got
have mercy.
DJ, and then
No, they offensive line.
Then they're gonna say Justin Fields. They say Justin Fields is gonna make that move.
Oh shit.
Bro.
And what's as funny when they write these articles? I would like for these reporters that write these stupid articles to be held liable for their fuck ups, because they damn sure should be. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I can make better predictions than that. You could. I mean, anybody can make. You know.
Number 5 is the Denver Broncos.
That's Sean Payton, because he's the god of all football.
You telling me he gonna turn it around? He gonna turn that whole thing around.
That's what the article says. Sean Payton arrived, immediately elevated the Denver Broncos.
He do elevate the team, but
I said it before, and I'll say it again. Sean Payton's overrated. Without
No, he
Drew
ain't.
Brees,
No, he ain't.
well, we'll see.
You
We'll
get-
see.
you
We'll
get this,
see.
Pop. Let me tell you something.
Look at his record.
Let me tell you something, Pop.
With Drew
At the
Brees.
chance of him coming in town to Denver, Evero said, "Fuck this motherfucker. I'd rather go with Frank Wright." Now, be mindful. One won a Super Bowl and one won another Super Bowl on the staff as help.
Right.
This man right here said, "I'd rather come over here with Frank Wright than to sit here and deal with your dumb ass."
Yeah, because of how he treated his partner. Damn, I can't think of the guy's name. But They got him out of there, so that's the real reason why Evero left when they got rid of his guy. I forgot who his guy was.
Some of the
Like,
D
I'm not
coordinator. I know exactly what you're talking about.
yeah, then when they got rid of him, he's like, I'm not staying here. Y'all treated him like that. Hell no, I'm gone.
Oh,
So-
Fangio?
Yeah, I think it was. So he was like,
Fangio?
The one bounty,
Yeah.
the bounty dude.
yeah. So they
Oh no, what's his name, bro? No,
Came from the
what's his-
Cowboys. The bounty dude.
Williams.
No, man.
What's
Yeah,
his
Greg
name?
Williams. Yeah, when
Williams.
Greg Williams.
Greg Williams.
Yeah,
yeah, when they
Greg
got rid of Greg Williams, he gone.
Coaching in the
I'm not-
XFL.
Okay.
No,
Number
him
6, the Washington Commanders.
What? I heard it all.
And they
They
said
think they're
because-
gonna.
Now you're smoking on methamphetamine, dog.
Yeah.
Like now it's like, bro, you want some chemical product.
They just
I
throwing
mean,
shit out there.
dude, man, don't be stingy. Share that stuff.
Yeah, like that's, bro.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Tom? How you
Right?
living?
Number
Big
What's
7,
good, man?
John.
Yes,
I looked
sir.
at-
7 is the Houston Texans.
What?
Because
They did get better.
They got the Texans over the Panthers. Bro, that is disrespect.
This shit is crazy.
They did get better, but I don't know if they got better than us.
No, fuck no.
Number
Who the
8
fuck made
and
this
final-
list?
Number eight and the final team
Ray Charles.
would be Arizona Cardinals.
No.
go ahead and burn that.
Whatever organization published that, they need to burn to the ground, bro.
Yeah, go
We
ahead and
get the
burn
number
that.
one pick and didn't even make the
Who had
list.
it? Kevin Petrita around the NFL. He's an NFL writer.
Yeah.
All right, so
You're
look, man.
fired.
First of all, Kendall is a disrespectful motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? First of all, Kendall, the GOAT, is a disrespectful motherfucker. Because
Okay.
when I come up
Go ahead,
when
tell
I
it
come
off.
up in this
Tell it
motherfucker, then
off.
you
Tell
motherfucker,
it off.
you announce me, bitch. You announce me,
Hey,
mother.
hold on.
No, you announce me. You always get announced when you come to my show, and you gonna try to read some shit like I didn't just come up in this motherfucker, bro. Hey, look, you on that bullshit. You always on that bullshit when you in that truck.
I finished my list.
You always on that bullshit in that truck.
Hold on, Twan. Let me ask you something. Did you wipe your feet before you came in this house?
Yes. I
Okay,
took my
okay.
shoes off and everything, man. I took my socks off and everything, bro.
Okay.
No.
I ain't saying nothing. I ain't
We'll
saying
spray them things off with some Lysol.
First of all, man, look, I was thumbing through and saw that this fucking is he worth it shit. Oh, my man, Brian Burns.
Yes.
What is it? That's not a real question, is it?
Oh yes, that's a real question. My
Hell
dogs
no,
were
it's
saying
not.
people were
Twan
saying
about
that
to
they
pay
want to
Brian
pay
Burns $30 million a year, bro. Shit.
That's the topic.
He's worth it.
He worth every penny.
The
Every
Panthers don't
penny.
have no- the
Like I
Panthers
said,
don't have no choice. Brian Burns is worth whatever Brian Burns says.
Yes, and talk to him, Cody. Is this a question?
Bro, I laid that out earlier. The Panthers have no choice but to give Brian Burns whatever the fuck he wants, bro.
That's the one dude on
Straight
defense
up.
that you got to give him exactly what he wants.
So,
I mean,
what if he want 29 a year?
You know what? Folks, I have. You know what? They said that about Christian McCaffrey.
Oh shit, here we go.
Nah,
They damn
that's the
sure
running back.
did. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Running back, that you play an NFL player, you give an NFL player a blank check.
Mhm.
You are pretty much in. You are in cap hell for 20 years after that.
Well, not for what you paid, not for what you paid defensive ends, and we all agree. Well, most of us did. Logical mind said when we paid Chris McCaffrey all that money. I saw a lot of podcasts. A lot of people said we fucked up paying him all that money.
Yeah,
I saw a lot of
I
people.
was one of those
Give
people.
that much- Yeah, you don't give that much money.
You
to a
don't know.
running
You
back.
don't surround your team around no
But that
running back.
But position value is every. But
Yeah,
position
Okay,
value.
okay.
Look, it's easier to find a 1,000-yard rusher than it is a 12-sack-a-year defensive end.
Damn
Say it
right.
again.
That's the difference.
Amen, Cody.
Okay.
Amen.
I understand that. But let me ask you another question. You give him a blank check next year. Derek Brown's going to want that blank check. And then after that, everybody else is going to want that blank check. After a while, you'll get it.
Pickle.
They just want to be paid what they own. Pickle.
You're talking about an edge rusher and you're talking about a defensive tackle. A defensive tackle does not merit the money an edge rusher merits.
Nah, not at all.
What happens if a defensive tackle has better numbers than the edge rusher?
Well, that ain't happening.
It's still what the market demands at his position.
Like better numbers in what area? Because Brian Burns is never going to have the amount of pressures or the amount of sacks. Derek Brown's never going to have the amount of pressure and sacks that Brian Burns does. Not in our offense, especially now that we're at 3-4.
Especially with all the double teams that he takes on too.
Yeah, and now they're probably going to have him playing at 0 tech. So, you know that you're meant to stuff the run, and that you don't really pay premium dollars for run stuffers. Like no one is more important to the defense right now than Brian Burns.
That's fact. That's fact.
All right, just give him a blank check then.
No, don't give.
I mean, Pickle, I don't want to do.
In a few years, when everybody raises hell because we ain't got no money for nobody else, I'll be up here and say
I mean, Pickle, I understand you completely, but I'm saying like what choice do the Panthers have right now?
They don't have no choice.
You don't pay him. You don't get no pass rush at all.
You know what? Okay. You're gonna offer him. You give him a blank check. Say you offer him 25. He turns it down. You don't think somebody out there is going to accept that 25?
Oh yeah, for sure.
They'll pick that shit up quicker than they can put it down, man. I'm trying to tell you, Brian Burns is worth it. Why you think they were offering 2 first-round picks for the motherfucker?
And some other shit.
Yes.
And if we're being optimistic, the salary cap grows every year, and we're not paying franchise quarterback money.
Hey, I will say this, Pickle. So one of the things that the Panthers is known for, though.
Maybe like 3 years down the road, but not yet. Not yet.
One of the things that the Panthers is known for in our history is not paying their players.
But did they hold on?
But they paid the players. They just played the wrong ones.
Nah, they've only paid certain players. But we've been known for that.
I give him that. Yeah, they paid the wrong money.
They paid Matt Khalil a shitload of money.
Yeah, Pickle's right about that.
Now we know that they're wrong. Matt Khalil.
No.
They paid him a shitload of money.
Still working out, Twan. We still working bad.
No, I know, but listen.
We paid Jonathan Stewart and D'Angelo Williams.
You can't, y'all can't count on one hand how many times a player got overpaid with the Panthers. I would love to hear that.
Shaq Thompson.
And he been getting his money cut ever since.
Hey, how about Dante?
He don't get his money cut. He just stands up.
Okay, I'm talking about grossly overpaid, like Christian McCaffrey. Then who else? Okay,
but McCaffrey, you can say he was the focal point of our offense.
Yeah, but you don't build around no damn running back. Khalil, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, Khalil.
Well, at the end of the day,
because I can start naming a whole lot of guys that are Pro Bowlers and all pro on other teams that we didn't want to pay.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, Brian Burns got the Panthers by their balls.
Yeah, man. It ain't even that though. It ain't even that. Look, I think Brian Burns is. I don't even think he's gonna be that type of guy. He's just gonna be like, man, I'm gonna throw you a respectable number. Just pay me what I'm worth.
Teddy got $40 million after he got his 20, because he got 60 totally, but he got the 40 on somebody else's team. That
was our fault. That was our fault paying Teddy all that money.
That's still dumb contract.
That was
Dante Jackson.
Hold on.
Dante Jackson.
Hold on, y'all. Cody, go ahead and say it. I know what you're about to say. Go ahead and say it.
I was about to say, Brian Burns is about to be a top 3 paid pass rusher in the NFL. Whoever the top 3 is, Brian Burns, he is going to be amongst them. That's a promise.
I say top 5. I don't say top 3.
Nah, he's gonna get paid top 3.
Get that nigga money.
How about
they're about to pay Brian Burns?
He's gonna come out with $27 million.
Yeah. How about $18 million for Sam Darnold for 1 year?
Yeah, that's terrible. We did
But
it,
that was
and we
just
did it.
but that was just a franchise tag. Like
Yeah,
you know.
that's
Well,
the average money
just
for
yeah,
a veteran quarterback.
that was
Basically.
just a 5th-year option deal.
Brian
Yeah,
gonna get his money. Hey, y'all might as well just go ahead,
Yeah.
No, the
subtract that
name.
money from what we
Yeah.
got, and
Hey,
start concentrating on another
the
Well, I
player.
mean,
name.
it don't matter to me. It ain't my money, but
How
And he
about
earned
this?
it.
How
And he
about
earned
this?
it.
I'm paying Brian Burns way before I ever paid Jeremy Chin.
That's a fact.
Yeah, because they can't even find a
Way
position
before
for Chin, bro. So
Right, but
I
that's
get
what
you
I'm
on
saying.
that.
Like, we don't even know what position Jeremy Chin plays.
Yeah.
What
Jeremy,
position?
look, see,
Somebody
and now
tell
y'all
me
about to make
right
us start
now.
talking shit about our
Tell me
players.
right now what
Telling
position
the truth to him.
Jeremy Chin plays.
I said I'm about to do it.
Anyone.
Jeremy
Linebacker.
Chin is not even consistent from year to year. Let's be honest with each other, man. He had
They
that
keep
great rookie
moving him.
year, and he ain't been the same guy since.
Because he
He's
played
all
different
right. He's
positions.
average.
Because they
That's
move
'cause
him
they keep
around
moving
so
him,
damn
bro.
much.
They haven't played him. They haven't played him like they did his rookie year.
Hey,
He
but
got
was he?
100 and some odd tackles.
And that's not. And maybe that's unfortunate, but you can't pay him off of that.
You kind of have to.
Nah, not
No,
if
but you
they
really
moved him
don't,
around a
though.
lot,
But you
granted,
really
but you can't
don't,
pay him
though.
off of that.
When he sit down with his lawyer, and they talk about what he has done,
He gonna go to another team then.
Hold on. I bet your bottom dollar that he gonna list all the positions that he played because that's what he did.
And they gonna ask him right back.
Hold on, Tom. For the lack of the team finding other talent and to find the players that we needed for certain positions.
Oh shit!
He picked up for that slack.
You know what I'm gonna tell you right back? Popping bullets, you his lawyer, you know what I'm telling you right back? Out of all the positions he played, which one did he dominate? Because let's look at them damn stats, man. Chin been getting cooked for the last 2 years, man. Let's not look the other way.
As a Carolina Panther, we still don't know what position Jeremy Chin is best.
Jeremy Chin will just wind up going to another team, bro.
And he's in a contract year, and after this year, they will unless he makes the Pro Bowl.
And they got and they got Twan's boy Jamie Robinson. Wait,
they're already very impressed with him.
Y'all are talking bullshit. All y'all talking bullshit. We have had dumbass coordinators on the offensive and defensive side of the ball.
But not now.
Put these guys in bad position, out of position, everything like that. Jeremy Chan is the number one of that. Then y'all will sit there and talk about Ian Thomas and these other guys who they didn't utilize. On both sides of the ball, you had terrible OCs.
And DCs.
Yeah. So come on. That man.
But how about this?
Jeremy
Chan is not as important to our defense as J.C. Horn.
Okay, I give you that. I get 100%. You're right.
Like you're gonna pay Brian Burns the bag, and then if J.C. Horn, like let's say he's able to stay healthy and shut shit down like we all want him to. Like, bro, Jeremy Chin is out the door. Safety is so much more replaceable.
He don't have to play
so
safety.
much more replaceable. What position can he gonna play, Pop?
He could take Shaq's spot immediately.
No, he can't. He can't play that damn
spot. We've never seen him play linebacker at that high of a clip before.
Okay, so you
gotta prepare for that, bro.
Go. Would you rather see?
He ain't no damn linebacker popping bullets.
What's his weight? How much he weigh? You compare his weight to Shaq's.
So you want the Panthers to start transforming players before the season start?
Listen, I didn't say all that. I said you said where can you play him? That's what I'm trying to tell y'all.
No, he's not, man.
Yes, he is. He's 6'4", 240.
Okay, so look, I'm gonna say this calmly because maybe you didn't hear me when I said it the first time. You ready to? Maybe y'all didn't hear it when I said it the first time.
Go ahead.
Whenever they put him there, and even when he was at safety most of the time, he got cooked.
He's not a safety.
He got cooked. I don't care what he was playing.
He's not a safety.
Jeremy Chin got cooked for 2 years.
You said it before.
They asked the question.
When you said it the first time and you said it again, that was bullshit. He's not a safety. That's what the man saying. He's not a safety.
But Pop,
have y'all ever heard it?
Bring him closer to the line. You
Go ahead.
I
play him
don't care what
to
position he played, he got cooked.
So he got
But
cooked
this-
his rookie year playing linebacker.
I just
Hey.
said except his rookie year.
Wait,
Okay,
go ahead,
so you
Pick.
changed-
I want to say something after Pickle.
Okay, Darius Leonard. Okay,
Yeah.
is 221 pounds, and he's the NFL considered one of the NFL's
Yeah.
lightest. In 2019, he was NFL's lightest linebacker. Okay, and he frequently got cooked in coverage when they tried him at safety.
Mhm.
So therefore, now he weighs 234 pounds. So
Mhm.
you know, maybe Chin should have stayed at linebacker. But then, of course, let's be real. It wasn't like we had a intelligent coaching staff back then.
Right. But Pickle, this is what I'm saying though. They reworked Shaq Thompson. So
Right.
they had as of this moment, the Panthers have no intention of starting Jeremy Chin as an inside linebacker for the Carolina Panthers.
No.
No intentions.
More importantly, Pop, even if they did, you're gonna pay Jeremy Chin a big contract based off of one season at the linebacker position.
That's
And
it.
that's what I'm saying. It's too late in the ball game for us to pay him like a top dog when he's never been a top dog at any of the positions that he's had to play, and they're not even going to give him the opportunity at the position that fans want him to play.
Can I say something after Cody, man?
Go ahead, because I think I know what you're about to say. Go ahead, because I know. What
Okay,
go
okay.
ahead.
So look, in 2020, the great year.
He is playing. Who is paying him top money?
I'm about to tell you. Listen.
Who said
So,
they gonna
and-
make top money?
Someone
And-
will pay Jeremy Chin whatever he wants.
Yeah, somebody will reach on him. But look, in
Yeah.
2020 for us, his great year. He had 117 combo tackles. Tackles. He said assisted. He had 49, and he had 1 sack. And he had an interception that year. In 2021, the combos went down to 107, and he assisted at only 32, and he had another sack, 1 sack in 2021. In 2023, the combo tackles went down to 70. He only assisted on 19. He got his sack, no interceptions. His numbers going down every year.
I blame
They're
Phil
out of
Snow for
position,
that.
Juan.
Yeah.
I really do.
And you can blame whoever you want to, but the proof is going to be in the pudding.
Yeah.
Listen, even if he's comparable to Darius Leonard, like what Pickle was saying, we have not seen him do what Darius Leonard has done for the Colts in the amount of time that he has been here. And then we want to complain that we overpay average players like Shaq Thompson. And then we want to do the same thing to Jeremy Chin when the production has only been average numbers.
The
Like-
problem is Shaq has been in his position.
Sometimes you have
right.
to.
That's true.
Sometimes
I'm
you
not
have to. This
comparing
is
them
one of-
to. I'm not comparing them to at all. I'm just saying that I feel like I can get more production out of Jeremy Chin playing linebacker than I can out of Shaq right now at his state in his life and career. In career.
So let me ask everyone a
Yeah,
question.
I was about to
Let me ask everyone a question. Let's say they play Jeremy Chin at nickel, and that is his primary position this year for the Carolina Panthers throughout the season. You're gonna prioritize a nickel safety over another inside linebacker, another corner, another defensive end, and you're gonna pay Brian Burns top 3 pass rushing dollars. Like Jeremy Chin is the odd man out in this equation.
Stay there. Okay, so what would you pay him?
I
If you
mean,
want to retain him in that defense, everything works out. What would you pay him?
The point I was going to make is sometimes you just can't retain players, man.
it
That's
depends
one of
on
the
what he
things
does. this year.
I mean, it's
There ain't gonna be no contract.
Look, I'm just like look. That's one of the things I love about Belichick, man. Belichick will let your ass go when you're good, man. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're on your way out or whatever, he's not gonna overpay for you, man. If you ain't showing the skill, well, I mean, he ain't about like.
If we're not overpaying for the dude, if we're not overpaying for him, if he cuts a team friendly deal because he know he don't have no market at yada 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 place, you know what I'm saying? Then or just let him walk for nothing.
Motherfuckers. Okay, so check this out. Jeremy Chan.
But see, this is what we're saying though, Kendall. Some of these other teams, they're going to be able to afford overpaying a little bit for Jeremy Chan.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Cody. I think some of these other teams gonna try to underpay him. You better stay where you are.
I mean, if they're gonna underpay him, then that gives us. Hey, listen, I'm not saying I want to be rid of Jeremy Chan. I'm saying I don't want to pay Jeremy.
He just can't be acting no crazy price.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Brian Burns has a reason. Brian Burns has a reason to ask for the bag.
Exactly. But what realistically is Jeremy Chan's price on the market? Realistically, what would he offer on the market?
Well, that's what I was going to tell. That's what I was going to tell Poppin' Bullets. I said, Poppin' Bullets, if you Jeremy Chan's lawyer, when you sitting there coming to the table talking about all the shit he did, then they just gonna fire back at your ass. He did something his first year, and he got worse in his second year, and his worst season was his last year. What can you bring to the what argument are you bringing to the table? He better take what the fuck we give him as long as it's respectable and keep his ass here. Because another team is gonna present the same stats then.
Okay, Derwin James, a safety for the Chargers, lines up in the box all the time. Yeah, he lines up in the box a lot. No kidding, I know that.
I agree with people.
He lines up at linebacker a lot, just like the issue is he has been doing it the whole time he's been with the Chargers.
Right.
Okay, he's not bounced around. He's not playing.
He's not even healthy.
Well, when he is healthy,
but when he's on the field,
if you talk to Charger fans, will tell you that's what he does. He's making $19 million a year.
I just don't like comparing to other teams, man.
But he's had success doing the Joker role.
There you go.
That's what they want Chin to do.
It just don't work for everybody.
Even if Jeremy Chin has a stud year, you can't give him a contract like that. Not just
I'm not saying that, but if I'm comparing Jeremy Chin to the health of Derwin James, that's not a good comparison because he don't play a full season. He might give you 8 games.
Yeah,
he's never healthy.
Jamal Adams,
but
Jamal
I would
Adams
pay
the same way.
if it was me, because I would get Shaq out of here. This would be his last year, so that's money.
He should have been gone.
I get it, but hell, we don't have control of that. I would got Shaq out of here, and then I would draft me a middle linebacker for sure next year. Plug him right in that row. But they should have did it this year. And I would have Jeremy playing outside linebacker. He'd be somewhere, or that Joker or that nickel roll. He would be somewhere closer to the line because he's not a safety. Because Twan is right. He does get burned in coverage. I'm not disagreeing on that.
And y'all remember what the Tampa 2 outside linebacker used to do? And a Tampa 2.
Yeah.
That, to me, that's what Jeremy Chin reminds me of. Just a Tampa 2 outside linebacker. All you do is line his zone.
There you go.
We don't play Tampa 2.
Move him around. Move him around.
Yeah.
I'm just tired of seeing Jeremy Chin get cooked, man.
Where he at. That's why they did his rookie.
They just need to find a home for him and leave him there.
And a lot of these players,
he didn't flash when they did that.
Yeah.
He hasn't flashed when they did that.
A lot of these players,
you learning a whole other position
because the GM wants them to be here. And the coaches ain't got no control in it.
You have to look at trends in the draft as well. There have been so many safeties that have been drafted in round 3 or after that have gone on to make a big time impact for their team. So, like, paying a whole bunch of money, like, position value is a real thing. You know, if you have it's easier to let a safety go than it is if you have a shutdown corner. Like, that's why I made the comparison between JC and Jeremy Chin. JC means more to the defense than Jeremy Chin does because JC Horn has the potential to shut down one half of the football field.
And I get that, Cody, but I'm just saying because I don't think Jeremy Chin is gonna ask for a major big ass contract. I don't. He's only getting paid. He's only getting for these last 4 years is up to $5 million. So every year he's getting paid like 1.3 1 year, 1.5. I'm saying he'll probably work a deal somewhere around 11 million, and you get him in that that outside linebacker role or that nickel. And you still have enough money to pay J.C. Horn if he stays healthy.
But I mean, if you
that's later.
Remember, add that on top of Brown. All right, let me ask you all this. This is a question to everyone. Who would you pay first, Derek Brown or Jeremy Chin?
That's easy, man. Derek Brown.
That's what I'm saying. Literally every scenario that I might hypothetically put forward.
Right.
Jeremy Chin is the odd man out every single time.
And I agree with that. I mean, I do. So
what Pop said is that, and the way I'm thinking too, now they've already accounted for these scenarios because they said the cornerstones of their defense, they said, was Brian Burns, Derek Brown, J.C. Horn, Jeremy Chin. They said that. So they know what the market is going to be for this guy, or basically just, they tatted it to see where it's going to be. They probably did a forecast to see where it's going to be by the time these contracts come out. I mean, I don't see him wanting that type of money. If y'all think.
Yeah, you're not playing a Dante Jackson. You're not playing the C.J. Henderson. So the only ones coming up the books is Derek Brown and J.C. Horn. So you can go get you another studded corner out of the draft. You can go get you another whoever middle linebacker out the draft. And those guys you don't have to pay till later on down the road, but you can keep your nucleus, your guys that do something on the field together. They're all not gonna get paid the same. Jeremy Chin will probably be the lowest one paid, and you get the ones with the bad contract off this damn team.
Yeah, they really they got Shaq's updated contract over the cap now. His 25 through 27 are voided years. Yeah, we could cut him either. We could cut him this time next year.
Yeah, next year. You best believe.
Yeah. We can cut him. We can cut him this time next year and save 6,000. Not 6,000.
That's why that money got restructured this year. That's why that happened. People ask why they don't go. I said you can't cut him this year. You got to restructure the whole shit.
Right.
You got to kill him.
I think that's what they had planned when they restructured him that way.
Yeah.
They knew they were going to keep him 1 year and then cut him next year. They may have somebody in the draft or the that maybe hit free agency they want to target.
I say if Jamie Robinson comes in here and does what he does, and if he turns the tables, and right now they're saying he's really impressive, he's gonna put a lot of pressure on motherfuckers, bro.
Yeah, and that's good. I mean, but I want him to sit back there and learn from the Von Bell.
That's what I said. That's what I said. Because he gonna go through he gonna go through special teams and shit. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
As long as he keep bringing it in practice and doing it, he's gonna apply that necessary pressure. That's how all teams get good. I like when motherfuckers they have to look over their shoulder. I like when people have to look over their shoulder because this ain't just your position. You can lose it any day. You sit there. I think Shaq has sat in that position long enough. I ain't got to worry about nobody. I want all of them to be worried.
Yeah. That's what Steve Smith used to say. Steve Smith said they need to bring in somebody to challenge me every year.
And see, that's what worries me too. Okay, I know we argue back and forth about Brandon Smith, but if Brandon Smith would be more suitable to take the job of inside linebacker, I don't want our coaches to be hesitant because they extended Shaq Thompson and he's been here forever and he's the leader of the Panthers defense and whatever, man, he's older. If Brandon Smith is the better suited dude for the job, I want him to be able to play that part. And that's what I'm saying. On Jeremy Chin.
It's a big year for him too.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And Jeremy Chin, to me, Jamie Robinson, Twan's dude, that's like an insurance policy. Mm-hmm. If for whatever reason you do not retain Jeremy Chin,
that's what he is.
Well, yeah, you have another downhill thumper that you can put at nickel that's going to be able to fill the box and be an extra man in the run fit. Like, to me, in my mind, they're already prioritizing what players they want to pay and what players they don't. And the players that they don't want to play, they're already putting people on the team that are meant to kind of be a fill-in for them.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's the right way.
But I'm tired of players that in our organization, on our team over years, that's just been completely comfortable at giving us average performance out there on the field. But we said, look, we had bad coaching in the past, bad this or whatever. So, like, I guess the optimistic thing about this year is you got this new coaching staff. We got these new players. We got the best line we've ever had. We got a decent defense. And so the limit should be at Bryce Young. We're going to see how good and intelligent he can be or whatever. It all looks good, man. You know what I'm saying? And we got to hope the most for that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I think this year could be special for us. But if we don't win 10 games, it's not going to be a downfall, man. We just going to have to just work whatever work out and then plug a little bit and then come back next year and take the world over. But if they want to do it this year, I won't be mad at them. I won't be mad at them.
And to be honest, I'm not even worried about the offense at all. Even though Bryce is a rookie, even though we have so many unknowns on offense, I swear on everything, I am not worried about the offense. The defense is what gives me pause in thinking that this team is going to be able to make that jump. And it's just because I know that in today's NFL, you have to be able to rush the passer. And you need at least two of those dudes to be able to do that. I don't know if the Panthers are equipped to do that right now.
We might not be.
The defense is the only thing that gives me, like, literally, you can go over every position on the defense, and even if you feel confident, there is a reason for concern, right? So, on the defensive line, everyone knows we don't have another compliment to Brian Burns, okay? At the linebacker position, Shaq Thompson's old as hell. Half of the fan base thinks that we should have moved on from him 2 years ago. We don't know necessarily what we have at the inside linebacker position. If you move to the secondary, Dante Jackson's been injured so much of the time. Everybody's wondering if J.C. Horn is injury prone. Like, if he's healthy, he's the man. But if he's not, it's like, there's a lot of unknowns on our defense right now. And that should give you pause about this season. Not that we're going to be trash or nothing, but we have no idea what the defense is going to be able to live up to.
And you know who I blame for that? And I know some of y'all ain't going to like this. Scott Fitterer. Because Scott Fitterer, I'll tell you why. Scott Fitterer, we can blame Rule all day long. We can. We do. But Scott Fitterer drafted Keith Taylor. He traded a 3rd-round pick for Henderson.
Let me ask you this question, though, Pickle.
He signed Jackson to a long-term deal.
Well, Pickle, did he do that? Did he do that, though? Or was he asked to do that?
He's never said he ain't. And all we know is what we're looking at. That's all we can do. We don't. I got you. We can say that, but we don't. So if you look at that right now, he's the target. That's just how the world works. Because if this defense fails, they're going to say those are his corners that failed.
No, those weren't his corners.
Those are his linebackers that have failed.
Let me ask you guys a question based on what Pickle just said. So, do y'all think that's a Frit move, or do y'all think that was a Matt Rule move? Because knowing that they gave Rule all that power, and Frit's job was to go out and get what Matt Rule wanted.
I mean,
does that really sound like a Frit move?
Who's going to take the fall if it fails?
Matt Rule. That was Matt Rule. That's a Matt Rule written all over
it. As a Fitterer defender, Pickle was right, because Matt Rule's not here no more.
Right.
Federer still
exactly.
has the job that's
Yeah.
Hey,
that is
Yeah.
liable to be
Yeah.
cut
If,
if these players don't work out.
yeah.
hey, popping bullets.
Let's look at it that it's week 10.
Hey, Fred might need to
Hypothetically,
go on the
it's week
mic and
10.
talk some gangster shit. Then, hey,
Ha-
look, I ain't
ha-
had nothing to do
if-
with that.
yeah,
You can't say
hypothetically,
like I told people. This is what I told people. I said when they kick that ball off come September, you can't talk about the previous regime no more because these guys have done been through a draft,
Yep.
Right.
mini camp,
Free
big camp,
agency.
little camp, free agency, every damn thing. You know what I'm saying? This team that they put on the field is their team now.
Yeah.
Whether if it was inherited players, drafted players, free agent players, that's what they put on the team.
Yep.
That's
And
what they put on
also,
the field.
and also, can we be real about this too?
Well, I
And
think those guys that Pickle just named will be cut anyway.
Well, but
ain't
I
even gonna
think,
lie.
and
Yep.
I think Pickle would agree with this too. There's an element of luck involved in all of this. So, for example,
Always.
you watch J.C. Horn's film at South Carolina. Oh, and it's easy to see he's a shutdown corner. But if he ends up having a bunch of injury problems in the NFL, like
You gotta go.
you can do all the due diligence in the world, and there's no guarantee that even if they're healthy and all this other shit, there's no guarantee that that player is going to be healthy long enough for them to pay off what you drafted them to be. So there's an element of luck to this also. You know what I'm saying? So you have to weigh all those different things. If Brady Christensen ends up being a franchise offensive lineman, I mean, shit, he was picked up in the 3rd round.
Yeah,
You
that's
have
just
to
a
get,
plus.
yeah,
That's just a
yeah,
cherry on the top. Yeah,
right,
that's all
yeah,
that is.
you have to
Yeah.
give Federer credit for that.
Exactly.
Exactly. But you know, you say we need help at linebacker. Maybe Scott Fitterer says we got all these young players that are ready to play.
And that's
but
right,
if they ain't,
because he thinking money. Look, Scott
Exactly.
always thinking money
And
and play.
Zero made it work with nothing over there. In Denver.
exactly. And if you look at the corner position, we all say we need massive help at corner. Scott Fitterer says no, I'm good. Hypothetically, we enter week 11 and we've only won 2 games. Don't be surprised if Scott Fitterer's shown the door. So I mean,
hey, there's a lot of motherfucker Pickle that's gonna get that door if some shit don't work out around here in about 2 years.
yeah, exactly. So
It ain't gonna be 3 years. It's gonna be 2 years.
Yep.
Watch it.
Yep.
You okay with some tea? With lemon? All right.
Yeah, it's gonna be 2 years.
Look, man, hey, look, bro.
No, Twan, I ain't bringing you no tea, bro.
Oh, that was my wife. Hey, look, man. I think look, bro. I think everybody has a good reason to be optimistic about this year. I think we're gonna be all right, man. You know what I'm saying, or whatever.
Yep.
I mean, in the perfect world, the Carolina Panthers, like the coaches or whatever, would actually go around to some of these podcasts, and which I think they do, and just listen to the people. Maybe we can see some shit that y'all can't see. You know what I'm saying, or whatever, or see what people saying, like, okay, that shit makes sense, or we've been talking about that a long time, or whatever. Okay, so the fans can see whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I would love to see one day, man, where they start inviting podcasters or something onto like a show, like before a game starts or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because let's be honest, man. Podcasters are out here. People come to us to get a realer story than what the Carolina Panthers are going to put out.
But that's the barrier, Twan.
Yeah.
Because on our podcast, on Black Cat Panther podcast, we're willing to talk about the ownership.
Right.
And if we think that David Tepper is meddling in some shit, like, the fact that we're not associated with the Panthers, that's like the blessing and the curse. Because if you are associated with them, there's some lines that they would.
Well, he's sensitive. He's sensitive.
If you're online, right?
Hey, Kendall. Kendall, how long have I been saying fuck the owner, man?
Though, like
I know when he see me, he ain't gonna talk to me, bro.
Like the Panthers don't want to bring somebody on board that's constantly saying, "Oh, bro, ownership is doing this, ownership is doing that." So it's like,
I mean, they don't want to be challenged,
right? It would be
because guess what though? Because this is the thing though. they may not want podcasters to do it, but when they get all these other guys and ex-GMs or whatever, they go on TV and talk just as free on these shows about these owners and shit. You know what I'm saying? They go harder than we do.
Yeah, but those other
they're not affiliated with the team though.
Right, they're not being paid by the Panthers.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got 2 words for y'all. Steve Smith has exposed more shit about the Panthers.
I don't want to hear nothing about Steve Smith.
Now,
Steve Smith fell right in line. When he was supposed to fall in line, and
but he did. Hey, Cody, he did. But before that, he was talking cash shit. He was letting us all know what was going on behind the scenes.
Why was he talking cash shit, though, Twan? Why was he talking cash shit? Because he wasn't getting a Panther check.
No, and you're right. And he worked for the NFL Network. So still, at some point, he's still. But he's still gonna have to still say. But look, he's still gonna have to tell the truth because he worked for NFL Network. He's still gonna have to cross that line.
But Twan, you remember how fast he changed his tune on Baker Mayfield? He was talking the most shit
about
Baker. And then the minute that he's a Panther, oh yeah, we're gonna be all right. He's all optimistic and shit.
But because Cody, a check will make you do that. But we'll be like this. But I would be smart enough to know. Look, man, I know that's not Cody's real take. Cody got to do what he got to do because he got that check.
Right.
He did the right thing. If they're gonna write Cody a check for $500K to chill, then Cody should chill, bro.
Yeah, but then you're also gonna know that there's a line that I'm never gonna cross. If you know I'm taking a check from the Panthers, you know there's a line that I'm never gonna cross, even if it's justifiable for me to cross.
All of us would be stupid to do that. But at the same time, Cody, if you also work for the NFL Network like Steve Smith does, they're gonna go, I don't care about that check you're getting over there. You have to be honest sometimes.
Yeah. But that's why they get paid so much. That's why they get paid an exorbitant amount of money. So when the boss man says shut up, or don't say it quite that way, they'll say it in a different way.
Well, the NFL check is way bigger than what the Panthers is paying them. That's what we get paid by first.
I don't know though, man. The dude Steve is like, doing commentary on preseason. He's doing commentary for everything.
Yeah, right? I say this jokingly. I wish he'd sit down and just like let it stay in his lane and let us keep doing this. I hate a lot of times seeing ex-players go to the podcast route because they know they can get players and shit that we can't get, man. Hey, let us have this, man. Let us have this lane, please. Y'all got millions of fucking dollars. Why y'all want to take this over too, man?
Yeah, Steve Smith probably come on here and tell you to shut the hell up, Dwan.
He might, but you know I'm gonna be right. You know I'm gonna be right. I'm gonna be like, man, you got all the money. Why are you fucking with the podcast shit, man?
But I listen to NFL Sirius XM radio some, and even some of them guys on there are you can tell how they hold back. They don't talk about things. So some of them do. Charlie Weiss got all riled up here a while back when somebody called him and said that they wouldn't draft Bryce Young because Bryce Young was too short to play in the NFL. Ooh, yeah. Now this was a well-known reporter, and Charlie Weiss roasted him, and he roasted him right there on live radio.
Sometimes it takes balls to do certain things in media, man.
But you're Charlie Weiss. You how many Super Bowls have you been to? How many rings you've been to? If he says a quarterback's good, then chances are he's good.
Yep. Hey, gentlemen, I'm gonna go eat some dinner, man. I'm about to go eat me some crawfish etouffee, man. But
what you know about some crawfish etouffee, bro?
What you know about some crawfish etouffee?
Hey, my wife is from New Orleans.
Hey, my whole family's from Louisiana. What you mean?
Hey, my wife is from New Orleans.
Hey, I mean, shit, come down, bust down, bro. We'll break bread.
Hey, Cody, with that crawfish etouffee, bro. That's on the one.
You already know. Hey, look, y'all like and subscribe to Black Cat Panther Podcast. Hit
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You already know what's up. Shout out to my guys Pop, Q, Kendall, the GOAT, my guy Pickle. We representing C3 hard. Twan Don, nothing but love, brother. Y'all have a great Memorial Day, man.
Yeah. Y'all PFT's just saying that DeAndre Hopkins was not officially released on Friday, which means there's a very, very slim possibility
He will
he
be.
can be traded before 4 p.m. Tuesday.
Oh,
He
Lord.
can be.
Anyway, I'll catch y'all later, boys.
All right,
Later,
we
man.
appreciate you, Cody, for sliding through.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Hey, let me shout something out else out about with with you guys over here too, man. It's just grown man shit over here. You know what I'm saying? I love the grown man conversations over here, and you know, it's not 6 billion people trying to talk at once. You know, it's just more grown up over here. You know what I'm saying? And everybody looking for like their cup of tea out there in the world. And I try to present that shit too. You know what I'm saying? So there's shows out here for your liking. You know what I'm saying? If you're an older gentleman and you know what I'm saying, and you want to hear some old farts like me, Kendall, Pickle, Q getting up there. Q getting up there. I don't know about Poppin' Bullets. How old are you, Poppin'? How old is Poppin' Bullets? 12?
Yeah, he about 12. He'll be all right, though.
Wow. That's it, man. Where are we at?
It's probably 2 o'clock or something in Germany. It's getting late. It's late
I
for
keep
Wiley
forgetting
right
he's
now.
in Germany. I keep forgetting
He's
that.
in Germany. He's usually it's late over there right now, so he'll probably be on the morning show. He'll be on the morning. And Wiley and Jay Issue have joined a 7. What would they start at? Like 11 on Saturdays. Y'all check that out. They talk
Alrighty.
about a couple of topics on Saturday. Wiley, Panther, Germany, and he's got man, his show is gonna be dope, man. That Panther Germany show is gonna be dope. He's gonna
Oh,
come at you live from location in Germany and show you how they do it over there, man.
that sounds dope.
When they go to the bars and
Mhm.
watch games and stuff like that. He's got something coming for you, y'all, right here on Black Cat Panther Podcast. And well, I'll let Q break that news. But we got some more stuff coming for you now. It's gonna be coming to you, man. You're gonna have a good time over here. It's gonna be a good time over here. We're gonna see if we can do a lot of things, man, coming down the pipe. I just put it like that. I don't know when they want to break it. I don't want to let the goat out the bag, I say. But it's coming. It's coming. But as far as Wiley show and the one J Issue and Wiley gonna be on. Sometime I'll be on there. Sometime Papa be on there. Q. Everybody might be on there at one time. But it is gonna be at 11 a.m. on Saturdays. And Panther football, talking different issues,
Yep.
stuff like that. Open forum. Y'all come and get them boys some support, man.
That sounds good.
For real.
I'm gonna let y'all get off, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But 704, man. We going to take a little slight break before we really come back stronger and harder. Right now there's that little period of football. You know what I'm saying? Right now where people on vacation and shit. So I think last summer we went stupid hard shows every day. So this year we're gonna fall back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Got some things lined up. Got 2 more players lined up. Just gonna lay low a little bit, like, you know what I'm saying? Be ready to crank it back up in a month. So yeah. Go check out Black Cat and what they doing, man. You know what I'm saying, or whatever.
Yep.
But they're gonna have to pass the torch after fucking June, because
We gotta pass the torch,
we
huh?
coming back.
Okay.
It ain't enough room for everybody.
Hey, you know what they always say? When you get the baton, you run with that motherfucker. So you gonna have
Yeah,
to
you
chase
gonna have
us
to pass
down,
that bitch
motherfucker.
back.
That's it.
Because we the
Yes,
anchors.
sir.
Yeah.
The anchor don't pass that shit to nobody. Man.
Hey, but
Nah,
you know
man.
what
But
though? We all running for the same team, brother.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I tell people, I say that shit in jokes, man. But it's a lot of content out here, man. I fuck with everybody.
Yo, I'm gonna head out of here. I'll catch you later.
All right, Pickle.
All right.
And
Have a
Thank
good
you,
one,
man.
Pickle.
Coach
with the
Fidel.
content, I mean, I could like say Shaq Thompson. You could talk about Shaq. I could talk about Shaq Thompson. You could talk about Shaq Thompson. We could talk. Three people could talk about Shaq Thompson. You could talk about him in 3 different ways. So it's all about you. Go to 7 different shows. Go to everybody's show. That's what I say. Go to everybody's platform, man, because they all Panther content creators. And if you're a Panthers fan, that's what you want to get. You know what I'm saying? Don't sit there in a corner or go to a side and just be dead over there. That's all you're going to see is one side. You know what I'm saying? If you want to see both sides of the coin, all sides of the boxes, shit like that, come to everybody. Support everybody, man. Not monetarily a dollar. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather have your damn like and your share. You know what I'm saying? That does more for the channel than a dollar. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That said, man, we love to have a dollar because we make the show better. But
keep the
like
money.
and share, man. Go like and subscribe, man. The different places. It don't cost you shit to hit the button.
I keep telling y'all, these motherfuckers so tribal, man. I only fuck with Kendall, man.
Yeah, well, like I said, it ain't about that, man. You know, it's all good, man.
If you're a Panthers fan, if you love the team, then just fuck with everybody, man.
It's somebody for everybody. You know,
somebody for everybody.
Just whatever you like is whatever you like. You know what I mean? That's why I'm excited about that Saturday show, because that's a different type of realm right there, because you got somebody from the West Coast talking to somebody way across seas and how they intertwine with each other, because they're nowhere close to North Carolina. They're nowhere close to South Carolina. So you got to see from their viewpoint.
I got to give y'all
how they rock out.
I'm sorry, Pop. My bad. My sound going in. Shout out to my man Q though, man. My man Don from Tobacco Row House hit me up. Me and Cody are already members over there with the Tobacco Row House radio thing, and he gave me. I sat and talked with him for like an hour and a half, and he wants me to do a show, something new, something fresh for his channel. And he said he wanted me to get with somebody, you know what I'm saying, that he felt like I would have a lot of chemistry with, come up with a hot show, and that he would sponsor it and push it. So I hit up Q, man. So y'all look forward in the future, with this little combo me and Q gonna be doing. It's gonna start off on his radio channel, and then he'll also have it on for anybody that follows Tobacco Row House Sports. It'll be on Twitter and all those things. And if you know my man, he runs with a big group. He used to work for some news channel with Dooley or some shit like that. And he works with Jonathan Stewart, from running back for the Panthers. So I guess it's just up to me and Q to get together and get some ideas for people on what they want to see or what they want to hear or whatever. But he wants to do something different. And I'm right now, I got a little writer's block in my head right now. I gotta get with Q, because I'm like, everybody doing everything, man. What can we do that's different? Besides going in the locker room, and we're gonna get kicked out of that shit.
Yeah, man, I can't wait, man. When you get a chance or opportunity to get more exposure, you gotta take it, man. And so I'm here. I told you, let's get to it.
And we're doing that shit just to expose our channels, man. So it's great, man. Black Cat Panther Podcast, Q, Popping Bullets, Kendall the GOAT, man. They about to do things. 704 about to do things, man. And it's all about, man, shit. Maybe one day we'll do something where they give out some fucking Panther awards or some shit. We all in the building. I look forward to cooking out with y'all and meeting up with y'all and shit and having fun with the game and shit, man. It's so many things out here in this world that you can spend your time with besides some bullshit.
I agree.
And I appreciate you,
brother.
I appreciate you, brothers, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. Support the 704 Charlotte Bound Show, man. Make sure y'all subscribe.
It's special to see Kendall. Like, I get on his ass because, like, bro, listen, when I was at the other show, when Kendall would come on, bro, me and Kendall, we always connected like Voltron, bro, because we was always on the same shit, you know what I'm saying? And whenever I heard that voice hit, come on that, I'm like, Kendall! Twat, baby, twat!
That's him.
He out here doing this shit. So, you know, Kendall is like me, man. Look, you ain't gonna shut him down. Once he gets his mind fixed on something that he believe about with the Panthers, it's hard to get him to change his mind, bro. Y'all know that
sir,
shit.
man. Yes, sir, man.
See,
I
he trying to
appreciate
be in front of the
Kendall.
screen, trying to be humble and shit right now. He ain't smiling or nothing.
Hey,
But
you already know.
Kendall
Yes,
have
sir.
him back.
I think, shoot, man, we've been here about 2 hours, and everybody want to get to the game. I know Pop was trying to get to the game.
Oh, I'm looking at that shit right now.
The game get ready
Yeah,
to
I'm
play.
about to turn it on now.
Pop,
They
Yes,
gotta stop
sir.
letting Reggie
give
Miller
me-
fucking commentate these games, bro.
give me a final, Pop. Give me a final.
Hey, man, you know, live and direct from the BCP family. You know, we're just trying to keep y'all up to date with what's going on. You know, stay tuned. Keep showing your love and your support. We do it for y'all and for this team. And, you know, we're going to be here, man. We all going to keep pounding.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Twan, what you got? What else you got going on, Twan?
Nah, man. 704 Charlotte Bound Show, man. Look, a lot more shows with Torn versus everybody. We're going through some construction right now with 704 Charlotte Bound Show, so might see some different members up there in the near future. But we'll see with that, man. A lot of great things coming up. You know, things that we got stored that we're just gonna release. We just waiting to do it. You know, later when it gets closer to the season. I guarantee you it's going to be a lot of excitement over there. In the meantime, I just look forward, man, to just collaborating with as many Panther podcasts as possible, man. That's my mission in the offseason is just to hook up with all of y'all, man. And the Panthers is in good hands, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to 704 Charlotte Bound Show. Follow me on Twitter at Twan versus everybody. Follow at 704 Charlotte Bound Show on Twitter. Follow us at the Facebook group. It's a whole lot of shit out there, man. It's about to be special. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you guys for having another platform where podcasters can come over here and shine, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what it's all about. Yes, sir. Man, we appreciate you for pulling up, brother.
I guess, like I said, I dropped it. Like I said, Wiley and J Issue, 11 o'clock, between 11 and 12 in that time frame area. You know, it'll vary sometime because, like I said, one of those guys in Germany, one of those guys in Oklahoma. So y'all, you know what I'm saying, work with them on the time, y'all. You know what I mean? You know, there is a time difference, but you're gonna see, like I say, like Pop said, Midwest stuff about the Panthers. You're gonna see German stuff about the Panthers. You're gonna see stuff about Germany. You're gonna see other people get on from North Carolina. But it's still gonna be Panther talk, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So go and support that show on Saturday between 11 and 12 o'clock. Mudding Outlaw TV, of course. I got some stuff. I ain't gonna drop nothing this week, but next week I will be dropping a bunch of content. We got some other stuff, some stuff we're working on. So look for some new videos next week. But you still go over there, like and subscribe, see the old stuff. Man, like I said, we got stuff. Goat Talk gonna come to you tomorrow, 12:30. Like always on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Tuesdays and Wednesdays. As it get closer, we're gonna rotate Mondays and Fridays. So hey, you know I'm gonna keep it fresh and keep it popping. So what got you?
Yes, sir. I couldn't have said it better myself, man. Appreciate you, brother. Look, man, we're gonna call it tonight. Everybody go out there and enjoy Game 7 out there. We'll be right back up in your face tomorrow morning for football. So hey, man, y'all make sure y'all show that love. Y'all have to go.
Yes, sir.
Block G, we got you, dog. Fuck with